All right, here we are. I think we're good to go here. Everyone, let me know if you can hear me. I'm actually kind of doing the stream in a different way this time. Um, so let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if we're good to go here. It's not even a joke. I'm actually here. Is it not streaming? Oh, I was about to say. It's like I wasn't kidding at all. I don't know why people thought this was a joke. But yeah, we're actually streaming today. I got my Imperial Star Destroyer here. I figured, why not go ahead and build this bad boy? I'm doing this in a different way, so we'll see how it works out. Hopefully, it works out fine. If it doesn't, then well, we'll try. We'll go back to the old way. But how is everyone doing today? It's very nice to see your lovely faces. We got some boyos in the chat. We got the Brick Wiz, Spiffy Dart, TechBot22, Carrie Futch, Mike and Knight Productions, Solid Rex Bricks, Generation Brick Studios, The Feel is Real, Josiah Weber, Lego Mando Productions, Cold of Christensen, Lee Goodyear, Carrie Fudge, I think I already said that, Jedi Bob, G Bricks. There's so many people, I can't even keep up with you all. Did I really spell Star Destroyer wrong in the title? I did. Star Destroyer. Alright, that has been fixed. Alright, so let's go ahead. Oh, before we get started, I did want to have some guests on the stream. That would have been a great joke. I was going to leave the stream. No, I would never do something like that. But I can only imagine how many people actually did leave the stream. But yeah, here we go. I actually do want to add some guests, so drop those emails, boyos, and we can get this thing started. How's everyone doing today? Jedi Bob, of course you're allowed to be a guest. Here, let me go ahead and pull up a Hangouts call. No, that's totally fine. Hey, shout out to that boy Alex McBrick for the $5 super chat. He says, hey Jay, so the stream will be going for what, 24 hours? Unfortunately, I am not going to be building this entire set today. I will probably get through a few sections. Like, I want to stream for a few hours, but nothing ridiculous, because I don't have... I just don't have it in me right now to do that right now. But we actually, someone just dropped an email. Where is it? I totally missed it. Actually, let me first get the Hangouts call up. I'm just gonna call Jedi Bob first, so I hope you're ready. Apparently I had to send you an invitation first. Did I, Bob, accept my Hangouts invitation? Hey, shout out to that boy Xavier Sorrent for the $14.99 donation. He says the negotiations were short. That's some prime prequel humor. I'm just curious, is there anyone who actually laughed at that scene? Like, no judgment at all, but, like, that's supposed to be a humorous scene. You were right about one thing. The negotiations were short. How do I... Jedi Bob, I invited you to a Hangouts. Just, Jedi Bob, just message me on Hangouts, like, right now. Brickscape, I'm going to add you in once we actually get this call started. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and use my handy-dandy fingernail clippers to open this box up. Now, if I was going to do, like, a fake April Fool's stream, it would definitely be more interesting than... me like saying, oh, I'm gonna build a Star Destroyer. It would be like, watch me praise. Oh, what would be funny is if I did like a prequel praise stream and it just never started. That would actually be pretty funny. DMK, that sounds kind of depressing. He's like, I didn't laugh at the prequels at all. In fact, I don't laugh a lot when watching movies or shows. Nothing makes me laugh. Super Mason, I do not watch Star Wars Theory. Shout out to that boy Alex McBricks again. Are you seriously gonna come through for the stream, bro? He says, I was on for 5 hours last time. I'll just pop on for a bit, so it's more fair. I mean, I was more than happy to have you on. So I can Jedi. I don't know what Jedi Bob is doing right now, but I'll go ahead and start a call with Alex McBricks since. Actually, I should just be able to start the call with you. All right, Jedi Bob, I'm going to add you to this other group. Someone donate. Oh, shout out to my boy Dan6151. Appreciate it. Is today's April Fool's joke actually everyone telling me they're going to join the call but not actually joining it? Oh, there you are. What's up, Jedi Bob?
Hey.
Holy crap. Shout out to that boy Bricks Films for the $49.99 donation. Oh my god. Holy crap. Oh my god.
I actually just got my Streamlabs set up yesterday, preparing for my own streams.
I would love to be a guest on your streams. It'd be a way for me to pay you back for all the time you spent on my streams. But I'm gonna go ahead and actually add this window to the actual stream so people can see your avatar and if you decide to show off anything. But oh my god, shout out to Bricks Films. Holy crap. Thank you so much. That really does mean a lot.
Oh, he goes ham on David's streams all the time.
That is him. I remember I was there for a little bit of that. There's like a stream or a donation war.
Yeah, Bricks Films is insane. Check out his channel though, for everyone.
Does he make brick films?
Mm-hmm.
Oh snap! That's what I like to see.
So you know what I bought today, Jay?
What you bought?
I made a big purchase. I bought the Pirates of Barracuda Bay.
Ooh, that's what I like to see.
It's gonna be my first, I haven't spent this much money of my own money on Lego in, forever.
Bro, that Pirate Bay is freaking incredible. I love it. Oh, shout out to Lord of Bricks for the $5 donation. Oh, he has to use the super chat sticker thing. That's actually the first time I've ever seen that. But appreciate it, man. This stream's getting off to a great start. It's a good thing people can't send, prank super chats. That would not...
What do you mean?
Like an April Fool's super chat. Like, oh, here's $100. Psych.
That'd be mean.
That would be mean. Hold on. What am I... Oh, I need to change the window for this. Okay. Hold on one sec. Oh, here we go. Why is this? Oh, I see what's wrong. Alright, that was my fault. Oh, no, that wasn't my fault. Hold on, guys. I'm currently trying to... Okay, that's not right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I knew that was correct. Alright, Jedi Bob, you are now visible. So don't do anything that I wouldn't do. I think... Oh, Alex McBrick was trying to join.
Oh my gosh, my cousin's always watching the streams I'm on now.
That's... Dude, he looks up to you. He looks up to you like, I don't know. What's a good Star Wars reference for that?
I don't know.
He looks up to you like young Boba Fett looked up to his father's decapitated head.
Oh. Yeah, well, okay, I guess.
Was that too dark?
No, it's okay.
Oh, appreciate it. Alex McBrick, I just tried to add you again.
yeah, because he immediately texts me and says, "Are you watching Rich Boy Jay's stream? He's building the UCS Star Destroyer." And he's like, "You bought the Barracuda Bay?" I'm like,
That's hilarious. That's
So,
hilarious.
by the way, I'm trying to convince him to go to Brick Fiesta.
You need to. Are you going to come to Brick Fiesta?
Maybe.
Wait. So you would actually convince him to go, but not actually show up yourself?
Well, I don't live in the town that's happening. But he was excited. He's like, Starkiller's gonna be there? I'm 100% going. I'm like, you should.
I wish you were as enthusiastic about seeing my mock as he was.
It's, with the virus and everything, it's a little bit more cautious. I was about to go to Brick Fair, Virginia, but it seems like that's going to be halted until next year.
We got an email from Brick World Chicago yesterday, and it was like, "Oh, make sure you guys go ahead and get your registration. It ends on April 30th." And I'm just like, that's almost certainly not going to happen. At least not at that time. So that was a very bold email from Brick Fair. Shout out to Brick Freak for the $4.50 donation. I'm sorry, I'm trying to. Alex McBrick, what is going on, homie?
I'm in.
Oh, there. Okay, all right, perfect.
Cool.
I was about to say. All right, just so you know, you are visible, so
Yeah.
don't do anything I wouldn't do.
The other room.
All right. There was someone else. Oh, Future Brick Studios.
I actually just got a new table, which is awesome. Got this new black table.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. I have a second one coming in. It just didn't come in yet.
All right, where is the call? Actually, we're gonna try something. So, Jedi Bob, I'm gonna designate you as the call adder, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
So, if you could add Future Brick Studios to the chat. He posted his email in the YouTube chat, so you should be able to find it pretty easily.
Studios?
Yeah, it's or Brickscape is his username, and then Future Bricks. You'll see it.
Alright,
Yeah.
Brickscape. Okay.
Alright. I'm actually super hyped to be building this right now. This is as up to this point, this is my favorite Lego set of all time because initially the first UCS Star Destroyer was my favorite, and now this one will take its place in my heart. So, man, they even got a box for the freaking instruction book. I'm honestly not even sure if I want to use this. Like, usually, whenever I get a big set like this, I just will do the digital instructions because it's, like, super easy to tear the pages on this thing because it's so heavy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have that set, but those big manuals are pretty easy to read.
Yeah, exactly. Alexander Pete says, what camera do you use? Are you asking, like, my webcam or my actual camera that I film with?
God, why are there so many Alexes?
There are a lot of Alexes.
It's a really common name. I don't know why.
You know, Jedi Bob's real name is actually Alex.
Yeah, sure. Actually, someone figured out my name, and it was on David's stream. And I'm like, what? It confused me.
Like,
And I remember-
like, made a lucky guess, or...
Well, okay, I'm actually going to private the video before I do this real quick so I can re-upload it.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out... how do I know which one of these is the first box?
Invite, by the way.
You what?
I invited, Brickscape.
Oh, okay, perfect. Appreciate that.
Anyways, but yeah, and I realized if you slow down my Jedi Bob Does a Room Tour, one little second, tiny little second, you can see my name. And I didn't realize that until after David's stream, so I was really confused and scared.
You've been exposed.
Yeah. Well, you can't see anymore, though, because now it's private.
At last, you revealed yourself to the YouTube fans. At last, you will have revenge.
Brickscape, you should get an email in your Gmail, and it should go through there, I think.
Is that like Darth Maul's only line? I don't remember.
He has one more line before that. He says, Naboo is a sparsely populated planet. We shouldn't have trouble finding them.
Oh, okay. Right.
Characters don't. They just need to look cool. Okay, look at Boba Fett.
Bobo feet. That is true.
Boba Fett has more lines than Darth Maul does. I think.
Yeah, but still not a ton. He
No.
is like overly loved.
He's no good to me, dead. What does he say before that?
What if he doesn't survive?
Right.
That's all one line though. I mean, like,
Yeah. That's
does
true.
Boba Fett have more than 2 lines? like two separate
As
pieces
you
of dice.
wish. As you wish.
That is true. All right, this is.
That's a lie.
Ah! That is true. He has one more line than Darth Maul.
Yeah, I guess it's only really one more.
Didn't he say like the Sith will rule once more or something?
Darth Maul. No, that's what I said. At last we reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we'll have revenge. That was his second line. His first line was the Naboo is a sparsely populated planet one. Shout out to Xavier Soren again for the $4.99 dono. He says, "Did you buy Rise of Skywalker on DVD?" Absolutely not. We were talking about this on the last stream, but no, I'm not doing that.
It comes out on Disney Plus like April 3rd, right?
Does it really?
I think so.
Wow. Boba Fett apparently has 5 lines. Okay, so Boba definitely has more lines than Darth Maul. What are Boba Fett's 5? This is some good Star Wars trivia.
Yeah, what are these 5 lines? I don't.
And I'm not talking about young Boba Fett either. That doesn't count. Dad, Tuan Wee's here.
You know, I got one of your old videos. I think Scared for Crates in my recommendation. What is it called? Recommended.
Yeah, your recommended videos.
And I saw it, and then I went on a binge of your older videos with Garrett, and I was just like, why did Gertie leave?
I know, man. He was supposed to become the. I don't know. He was supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them.
So stupid.
Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness. RB Build says.
RB Builds this.
Oh, go ahead. Or is Jedi Bob just a I thought Jedi Bob was a myth.
What do you mean?
You know how like when Han Solo says that they're looking for a map to Luke. Or no, Finn says it. No, yeah, it is Finn. He's like, yeah, the First Order is looking for a map to Luke Skywalker, and then Rey looks at him. He's like, I thought he was a myth. That's how people refer to you. I thought he was a myth. Hey, what's up? Cosmic44 with the $1.99 donut. He says, hello there. Haven't seen you in a while. It has been a while. I honestly hope I open the right box first. Boba Fett is one of the only people who refers to him as Captain Solo.
Yeah, I was just reading that. I was like, that is kind of weird.
Captain Solo. That's C-3PO. When does Boba Fett call him Captain Solo?
Does he say Captain? What about Captain?
Put Captain Solo in the cargo hold.
We need some Boba Fett like specialists in the stream.
Actually, Boba Fett has a ton of lines. What are we talking about, guys? Episode 2?
I just said not the prequel. I mean, he also doesn't even have that many lines in the prequels.
That's where he really gets to shine, though.
He has... Yep! Yep! He has Dad, Tuan Wee's here. And then...
Get him, Dad!
Yeah, get him. Yeah, and then get him, Dad. And I'm pretty sure that's it.
Fire! He says that.
Oh, yeah, fire! Oh, young Boba.
Episode 2 is such an interesting movie.
I was actually watching that the other day.
Episode 2?
Yeah.
Why?
I like to study Star Wars. Like I watch the prequels occasionally. One thing I did notice that was kind of funny is at the beginning when the assassination attempt happens, the first one, when their ship explodes, Corday, who was the decoy at the time, laying on the ground, she's not wearing shoes. Like the explosion blew her shoes off, and I thought that was kind of funny because I never noticed that before. Wow. That would have been a funny visual. Like that, George Lucas should. I don't know. Maybe if you slow down the explosion, you can see the shoes fly off of her feet. But if you can't, it would be a great special edition change to go back and edit in shoes flying off her feet.
That's the special edition changes we need. Yeah. Oh my god.
Says he's worth a lot to me. That's the line.
He does say he's worth a lot to me.
He's worth a lot to me.
But that's still part of his what if he doesn't survive line, I thought, or something like that.
Yeah, it's really just one line. I guess it's like 2 sentences, but
Yeah, I suppose.
Does Boba Fett really say there's no escape from me?
He
No.
never. I mean, maybe in the Clone Wars or something, but
Does he say that? I don't know.
I hope not. That's a really weird line.
Yeah. Especially as a
No
kid.
escape from me. Just.
Man, this is intense. I don't feel worthy to build this set.
How many bags are in that thing?
I don't. So in this first box alone, I mean, I just found the first one. I didn't even like try to figure out how many total were in it. I don't want to overwhelm myself. Chandler Pounds says, "Hey Jay, notice how in Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan tells Anakin, try not to lose your lightsaber, but yet loses his." Yeah, there are a lot of lightsabers that are lost in that movie. Obi-Wan has actually lost his lightsaber multiple times, which is so funny, right? Like, because he loses in that movie at the end. Like, they all lose their lightsabers. And then he loses it again in episode 3, and Cody... It would have been really funny if Cody hands it back to him, and he's like, "Sir, try not to lose this weapon. This weapon is your life." And Obi-Wan would, like, roll his eyes.
That would be really funny.
It also would have been funny if, like, after Palpatine initiates Order 66, if Cody would have just been like, "You know, you really could have told me this before I gave him back his lightsaber." Alright, so I'm assuming there's more than one bag one, because this is definitely not everything I need to build this.
Wow, look at that manual. Holy thick.
It's thick with 2 C's.
Holy.
What is it, Dad? There's apparently another Boba Fett line from the prequels.
Oh, we've got more Boba Fett prequel lines.
Yes. This is a Boba Fett appreciation stream.
He says a bunch in the clip, like shooting at Obi-Wan.
Oh, yeah.
Did we get him? Or no, I think we got him. That's one he said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Little did he know they didn't shoot him once. Like that as fun as that scene is, like, how did they not touch him once?
It takes like 100 shots to just get like one small.
It's literally just like a bunch of lasers hitting and shit, like,
Yeah.
and it's just doing nothing. That was just always such a weird ship like scene to watch. Like he's hitting him, but he's not.
Jay, how many people are you wanting to add?
I don't know how many people are asking. Let's see.
Well, I'm trying to invite Mr. I forgot his name.
Tom Finn says he'll donate $100 if I need. I'm gonna need to see. How about you give me half of that money now, and then half when you get to Alderaan. That's a Star Wars reference.
I donate I don't have $100. I spend it all, actually. Never mind.
Just return your Barracuda set and donate that money to me.
I'm excited. I'm going to be streaming it. I'm going to build
I
it.
really want to get that, but I want to wait for a promo because I feel like just buying it now is like a waste.
They conveniently drop it after double points ends. It's a Lego.
know,
It's a
right?
Lego move.
Some sort of like pirate promo. That'd be really cool.
I actually got another set to go along with it. If you guys remember the 2009 Blue Island,
Oh, okay.
I don't remember that.
that little
Yeah.
raid space play, I got that from an Instagram person, a trusted
Yeah.
Instagram.
That's like the only pirate set that I own.
I don't have a single pirate set, unfortunately.
Pirate sets are awesome.
Ecto130 says, "I really hope they at some point re-release the UCS shuttle." I would like that, but I don't see that happening anytime soon because, like, it's such a good set. There's really not very many updates they could do to it to justify re-releasing it anytime soon, I feel. You have to Brickscape. You have to first go to Hangouts. Like, go to Gmail. Go to your Gmail. and then you should on the bottom left hand corner should be like your invites. Oh, Jedi Bob, you can add RB builds. He's a boyo.
Okay, already built. What's your email?
He already posted it.
Oh, I did. Let's find out.
Jay, what's worse, COVID-19 or the Blue Shadow virus? Bro, the Blue Shadow virus is undefeated.
Oh my god.
That was such a weird episode. Like,
Have you seen Resistance Season 2 yet, or no?
I was actually like thinking about watching that the other day, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Like,
It's so good, though. I mean, yeah.
I watched like, I've seen like half of it. I got to the episode where they go to whatever planet to get supplies, and there's like the First Order guys that are like looking for relics, and I don't know if they're destroying them or not, but they're looking for relics for Kylo Ren, I guess. So I got to that episode, and they bring back the old lady from there.
Right.
And I think that might have been one of the last episodes I watched.
Okay.
I mean, is the ending like? I want to ask if is the ending fulfilling, but I know it's not because I know like where episode 9 goes. So
I mean, I think it kind of is. Like it wraps up the like I don't know. It wraps everything up nicely for the show. So I think it's
okay, that's promising. I'll watch it today.
yeah. Like it's just like a nice like you know. I don't want to say anything, but it's a nice ending. I think.
I don't know how I feel about Tom Finn. He's trying to solicit me to dance for money. I don't think this is the kind of YouTube channel you're looking for, pal. Brickface says, imagine Cardi B saying Blue Shadow virus. Oh my god. Blue Shadow virus! I wonder, like, who in the community is influential enough to get her to do that? Maybe Jang could, like, use his influence to get that video made. That's a video I'd pay to see. Jay, your room is like 3 times as big as mine. This room I'm in right now is actually pretty decently sized. I like this room a lot. Ideally, down the line, once I don't know, get unlimited Lego space. That's the dream, right? I would love to have just one room for everything. Like, I don't like having it split between these two,
Yeah, I have a normal bedroom and then this Lego room that I have here.
Right.
It's super nice, though. It's great. And it looks a lot better now at the table. I'm really happy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Is that like a designated Lego room for you?
Yeah, it used to be my mom's, office thing, but she has a different office upstairs now. It's really good. It's great. There used to be, bookshelves for, working with shelves behind me, but now it's my Harry Potter display. It's awesome.
How much do you think you spent on Lego over the years? Oh, I don't even want to think about that.
Oh, God.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Well, if you include the mocks, not just the sets, it's got to be a ton.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so they don't do it anymore. But I know Lego used to do, your VIP lifetime balance on your receipt. And I feel like before they stopped doing it, what was I at? I think I was at least, 20,000, maybe?
What?
And that's just at the Lego store.
Dang.
No, it couldn't have been 20. It could have been that much. It was maybe, maybe closer to... No. Maybe 10 or, I think 10 or 15. I think that sounds more correct.
Is that in points or actual money?
That's VIP points. So double points would factor into that as well, but I mean double points don't happen that often. What's up, Trevor? How you doing, bro?
Maybe I can't.
I was gonna say maybe you just can't invite people. Because none of your invites are working apparently.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm getting the emails right, and then it just ain't working.
All right, I'm gonna do it. All right, I was really hoping that would work.
I am a failure.
It's okay. At last, you will reveal yourself. All right, RB, what's RB's email?
It's. I'll tell you it. Customs 1003.
Oh, okay. I actually already had them. All right, RB, let me know if you got it. Jay, I noticed you accepted the Discord friend request I sent you 2 years ago. Better late than never. Yeah, so I recently hopped on my Discord, like a couple days ago, just to see like what was going on, and there were actually people still using it. I was shocked. I was like, I haven't been here in years, and like I messaged like some people were like having a conversation as I dropped in. I was like, wow, like how are you guys doing? And they're like, oh my god, Jay's here.
We've been waiting only for 3 years.
I know, right? RB, let me know if you got the invite. There's so many bag ones.
What?
What?
My school just got closed for the rest of the year.
Your school.
It's closed for the rest. No.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
I'm sorry, man. I know Jedi. I know how much you value your education.
No, it's not the education. Screw the education. I just like the video class I take.
Jedi Bob's a terrible student.
Like, I mean, I passed.
I passed.
Oh man, well, this sucks.
After Blue Shadow Virus, Obi-Wan, another boring day saving the universe. After Order 66, another boring day saving the universe. Okay.
Dang.
RB, did you just not get the invite? I don't know what's going on with these invites right now.
Wait, Biffy Dart, how is your school not closed? That doesn't make sense.
He's lucky, that's why.
Brickface says, yeah, education sucks.
Yeah, the Jedi Academy got shut down. I can't believe it either. Well.
Alright, I sent out the invites. I want to actually get something built now, because I haven't built a single thing. I haven't gotten it. Oh, I'm just going to send an email to RB. I really hate that Hangouts is so jank.
Yeah.
Like, some people will just get invites, some people just don't.
Yeah, it took me like 3 tries to get your invites.
Alright, I think I found every bag one. Hopefully I did.
I think the problem for me was that I had already been on the call with you the other day, so it was like trying to go back to that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
This instruction book is way too big. I'm glad I brought an entire table in here for this, because I'm clearly going to need it.
It won't close the schools where I live. Wow, that's weird. Huh.
So you've just been going to school?
No, this is Biffy Dart, not me.
No, that's not, I'm asking him.
Oh, him, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, that's really strange.
So Jedi Bob, you got a lot of free time on your hands now. How are you gonna spend it?
Crying.
Ooh. All over that video class?
Hey man, I really like my film class. Hey, and you know what? I'm just thankful it's ain't my senior year. That sucked even worse.
Yeah, that would suck. One of my friends was posting about that, like no prom, no graduation, and that's not funny. That's actually really sad, but I just couldn't imagine.
That's what happened to Meredith, right? Like she has to postpone all her stuff. Yeah.
Who?
Meredith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say she's not in high school though. I'd hope not.
It's like university graduation.
Okay, but okay. I guess I was thinking prom. I'm like, hold on. Wait, hold on. What the heck is going on? Okay.
I am making videos weekly now though, so subscribe.
Jedi Bob, I think this fame is getting to your head.
That's what Matt came on David Streams a couple weeks ago and did a whole entire roast because I missed his finale. I did like it was 2 days after he uploaded it and I forgot to watch it, and then he came on and yelled at me. Very upset.
I think you're losing sight with what's important.
What is important?
I'll tell you what the Boyo Code is. The Boyo Code, the first rule of the Boyo Code, and if it seems like I'm thinking of this right now and talking to stall because I need to come up with something, then you're wrong. Because I actually know what the first rule is. And the first rule of the Boyo Code is to always keep it real with your homies. That's the most important thing you can ever do. If you want to hear the second rule of the Boyo Code, stay tuned for the next episode of Dragon Boyo Z.
What about that quote you said in Match?
Oh, that's the second rule of the Boyo Code.
Yeah.
We grind together so we can shine together. Shout out to Bricks by Bricks for the $1.99 diss. He says, "Dude, you're slower at building than my grandma."
Oof.
Was it really necessary to just call me out like that, bro? I'm doing the best I can.
I don't think my grandma could build the Star Destroyer.
Maybe he has just a grandma who's really good at building.
Pretty cool.
That's the thing. Like, if I took my time to like read all the comments, it's, oh, you build so slow. If I don't read the comments, it's, oh, why are you ignoring the chat? It is a lose-lose situation.
That's just how streaming goes, yeah.
My life is so hard. Pay $1.99 for part 3 of the Boyo Code. Yes, guys, I'm giving free advice today. You want to learn how to live the Boyo life? Send in the monies.
You're like Lucy from, or whatever her name was from Charlie Brown.
Exactly. Spiffy Dart says he lives by the Boyo Code. That's what's up.
Hey, Matt's here.
People don't understand. I'm not. I wish I could just wish my feelings away. Just hire someone to read the chat like David and Bob. All right, Jedi Bob, I'm hiring you to. Alex McBrick. He says, "I'm calling your bluff. Tell us now." All right. So you want to know the third rule of the Boyo Code? Is that what you're asking me?
Heck yeah.
All right. You supply the money. I supply the pod. We split the winnings in 50-50. Before I get into that, Lord of the Rings, thank you for the $5 dono. He says, "My grandma built with me last night. She builds better than most." See? Some people have super legit mock building grandmas. But about that Boyo Code, so the third rule is to never praise the prequels. That's against the Boyo law.
No, it is not.
That's a good rule.
Hey, I didn't come up with these rules, alright? Or maybe I did. Did I come up with them? Oh, is that a wild RB in the chat?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been here for a while.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Hi. I'm great.
Cool. Why is this like an awkward first date?
I don't know.
So RB, tell us how those customs are coming along.
I don't know. Oh yeah. So
I don't know.
the RB build because I don't do customs, and then I started doing customs. So
Oof, you hate to see it.
yeah.
Brickface says you better write a Boyo constitution. The prophecy has already been written, guys. I'm just trying to live by it.
Who wrote prophecy?
The prophecy that, I don't know.
Jay Dark says the prequels are better than the sequels. You want to ban it?
Oh god.
Send them to the shadow realm. Nah.
And Bricklepotamus, you have a good opinion that some people disagree with.
Jedi Bob, what are you doing?
Listen, I rewatched all 9 Star Wars movies. I have a firm opinion. Episode 9, Episode 9, Episode 2 sucks. Episode 8 and Episode 1, they're okay. Episode 7, 5, 3, 4, and 6 are all good.
Well, that's an opinion.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't have it in me to bash the prequels today. Maybe I'm under the weather. I think I realized like
Episode 1 and Episode 8 are only okay. I'm not saying the prequels are perfect, but I'm also not saying the sequels are perfect either.
I mean, they're not, but there's under no circumstance does Episode 3 and Episodes 4, 5, 7, and 7 belong in the same conversation.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I agree.
I also agree.
Alright, just see, Bob's getting ganged up on here. I see how it is.
Oh my god, calm down.
I will say that I did watch Episode 3 sort of recently before Episode 9, and I did enjoy it a lot more than I thought I was going to, but it's still, like, not that good.
Nah, man, that's the best movie ever because it has lava.
It definitely was better than Episode 1 and 2, because 1 I could barely watch. It was so bad.
Star Wars Episode 1. I'll give Star Wars Episode 1 credit. I think Episode 1 feels the most like a Star Wars movie out of the prequels.
You think it does feel them like Star Wars? I disagree.
I mean, it's basically just the plot of Episode 4 with a few things added in. Like,
Yeah.
because they go back to Tatooine, they find, a young hero who saves the day. There's those Star Wars beats,
So the story feels like it, but the characters definitely do not.
Oh no, but that's all the prequel. The prequel characters don't. I mean, they're all basically the same person.
I'm not the same. But anyways, I gotta eat dinner.
I'm sorry. Prequel phrases will be time now. I'll go ahead and add you, Zandy. All right, where is
Episode 1 is the best Star Wars movie? End of discussion. Oh no.
Who said that?
Michael T.A. or Mikhail T.A. I definitely did not say that. Oh god.
Carrie Fudge? We've tried to add you like multiple times. Like, you can try to keep spamming your email. I mean, we have your email, and we've sent the call. I don't know what's wrong. It's something on your end. Please stop spamming your email, Carrie Fudge. Nah, we don't have to spend too much time bashing the prequels today. I know there are many people in the chat who don't want to hear me talk about their favorite films. So
why don't we all find one good thing to say about the prequels? How about that?
okay, we can absolutely do that. One thing I kind of wanted to do was like a role reversal stream where I'd invite like David on or something since he likes Episode 3 so much, and we'd actually like reverse debate. So like I'll debate for Episode 3 and he'll debate for Episode 8.
Oh man, that would actually be awesome. I'd love to see that.
So yeah, maybe we'll do that one day.
I feel like you would still win.
Padawan Panda Man the Panda Man says all of Star Wars is amazing. See, that's a good opinion to have. That's a good healthy opinion. That's what Star Wars needs right now. More fans. Star Wars needs more fans who actually like Star Wars. I don't think. Hey, I need to email you. I got you. All right, Zandy.
A good thing to say about the prequels. It's kind of
I have sent the transmission, bro. You were supposed to sell this. When was I supposed to sell this to you? What are you even talking about?
Yeah, Jay, you're supposed to give me the set. Don't you remember?
I have altered the deal. Pray that I don't alter it again.
Deal keeps getting worse all the time.
Here we go. This is pretty cool. Yippee! Whoa! That's my favorite Anakin quote. Whenever Qui-Gon picks him up and puts him in the pod racer, and he's like, "Whoa!"
Oh man, there's a lot of good Anakin.
All right, see you, Spiff boy.
Correction, there's a lot of funny Anakin quotes.
Yeah, that's
There are a lot of funny Anakin quotes. He's like the most unintentionally funny Star Wars character, I think. I wish I could just wish away my feelings.
I had a dream about the episode 2 last night. I don't know why.
Oh god.
Shout out to Mark Perisher for the $1.99 dono. He says, "Now give it to me." All right, sorry guys, I gotta pack this up and give it to Mark. This is now Mark's build. He paid me
That's Mark isn't John Cena, right?
That is John Cena. Praise the prequels, couldn't resist to do it. All right. I like Republic gunships a lot.
Gunship gang.
Gunship gang. Bro, how is the Republic gunship so freaking cool? Ever since I laid eyes on it the first time, it was just love at first sight. Like, they're just so freaking cool.
You think George Lucas was like in an office and got some of those binder clips and he's like, "Ooh, that would make a good ship."
Yeah, absolutely. Now, honestly, like,
George credit. It's probably somebody else.
I was gonna say, like, how much like input did George actually have with the ship design? Like, from all the like behind the scenes things I've seen, he just like goes into a meeting and like looks at a bunch of artwork that other people have made, and then it's like, yes, yes, no, 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 yes, no.
Yeah. I mean, with Grievous, he had a little bit more say because he was like, "No, I want it more like this," and then people did it.
Right? Yeah. He obviously like if he can give input and have it tweaked, but I don't know if I'd say like George is the brilliant mind behind all those awesome prequel ships.
Yeah, people didn't come up with like how it would look.
I'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
Okay, I have my appraisal for the prequels.
There we go.
In episode 3, I actually really enjoyed the opening. Like it felt more like Star Wars than the other prequels did, because it Anakin and Obi-Wan actually felt like human beings as opposed to like cardboard in the other one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yes, the Republic gunship totally looks like the binder clips. I had some good classroom adventures with those. Here's a question for anyone who cares to listen. Did you guys ever spend time, like, in class, like, doodling or drawing Star Wars stuff?
Drawing Star Wars stuff.
That's how I spent like all of elementary school.
Yeah. I spent all elementary school. Me and my friend, we made a Lego Star Wars comic book that I actually still have to this day. I want to put it in a video, but like I'm planning to do a special video where I share it, because it's pretty funny, like just to look at like what we thought was cool in Star Wars at the time. But that was what I spent most of my time doing. Like,
probably a lot of prequel stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it's so surprisingly it's not as much as you'd think. Like we basically redid the movies, but like with our own characters instead, and kind of like tweaking the plot to have stuff that we want it to happen. But yeah, so like we did the prequels first, obviously, and then we got into I have like the beginning of episode 4, and I think that's as far as we got.
I've been wanting to do like a brick film where I do a completely different plot, just overhaul the entire story of episode 9. So I feel like that'd be really cool.
I want to do that exact same thing, except with the prequels. Like I would love to just redo that plot as a brick film. I think it'd be fun. But no, I agree. Episode 9, I was thinking about that as well. I was like, maybe that would be a fun one because like it's more fresh on my mind, and
Yeah.
I think the sequels just kind of deserve better. Yeah, Brickface, I'll go ahead and add you.
That was,
Since
like,
we can't have
seriously
the original Garrett, we can have the new and improved Garrett in the chat. In the
What
call.
about Gertie?
Yeah, I don't even know how to feel about that.
Thanos Pam says, I acted that my pencils were Anakin or Obi-Wan fighting. Yeah, I probably did that a lot as a kid, too. Actually, I had this really weird book where you strap these, like, lightsabers to your thumbs, and you put them in, like, little holes, and you duel with people that way. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
I don't have that, but that sounds hilarious.
It's pretty awesome. I'll pull it out one day and show that off. It's really weird.
Oh, how did I screw this up? Oh, these are closer. Okay. That sounds hilarious.
It's pretty awesome.
It's literal. It was like literal thumb war. Have you guys ever seen Thumb Wars?
No, I haven't.
It was like a Star Wars parody from back in the day. It's basically just like it's just Star Wars, but it's actually animated with people's thumbs. Like it's kind of funny.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
How's it going?
It's been a while. How you been, man?
I've been good. I've been good. How about you guys?
I've been great. Just trying to be a simple man, making my way in the galaxy.
Oh yeah, that's how you do it these days.
Oh yes. What you been up to? Working on any builds?
I am. At the moment, I'm just getting some stuff in my collection ready to sell because I'm actually trying to save up for a car. So.
Wow! Look at you.
But hey, I gotta get my dream car. You know.
What are you trying to get? What's it up?
A Dodge Challenger.
Ooh, that's my brother loves that car so much. He wants one
Yeah,
so bad.
that's my dream car. So I've been looking forward to getting it.
All right, I'm down with that. I'm sad to see you selling Lego, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do.
It's only sets, dude. Only sets.
So you're still building? Are you still into Lego? I guess is the question.
Yeah, of course I am.
Okay, just making sure. You never know, man.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm using my laptop. It wasn't working my phone.
I wonder what was going. I don't know. I have no idea what could have been going on with that.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Well, at least I'm on now. That's all that matters.
Welcome to our club. Welcome Zandy.
Thank you,
Welcome
thank
Zandy.
you.
Welcome Zandy. Welcome Zandy.
If only Jerry Bob was on, we could talk about WrestleMania predictions. All
Yeah.
day.
So to answer your question, I honestly can't because I have no idea what's happening at WrestleMania. I've been kind of out of wrestling for a little bit. I'm sorry,
It was,
man.
no, Raw on Monday was actually pretty good. Like, it's pretty much promos and all that.
How like is it weird to watch the empty arena Raws?
First week was weird, but like, getting more used to it. It seems more out on place.
Where the heck is this plaque? I mean, I would hope that it'd be in the same bag with all the rest of this stuff. If I'm just like totally missing the plaque, that would suck. Nope. I will say the one annoying thing about this set so far is there's too many bags.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And I'm only in the first box. Alright, see you, Roanoke. Yo, like, what the heck? I'm looking for the, like, black plaque thing, which usually comes in its own little thing. But I would think that it'd be in either of these boxes, and it's just not. Probably not. I mean, there's already, I don't know, it's pretty late in the game. If people want me to, I will, but I have no plans to. Where the heck is this thing? What the... Is it just missing?
Oh, Jay, about what I said before, if we can get somebody in the community to, like, dub over Cardi B's voice or something and do the Blue Shadow Virus, that would be the best thing ever.
Well, I'm going to have host auditions to see who has the best Cardi B impression, and then they'll be the one who gets to dub, like, the voice. There we go. All right, we have a winner. What's up, Miss Clicks? What's up, Brick Twins Productions? I'm like really annoyed right now. Where the heck is this plaque piece? Whoever's been at this stream since the start, tell me where I put it, because I don't see it.
You're missing the plaque?
Yeah, like the 8x16 black tile.
Did you check in the box?
Yeah, I checked in all 3 boxes that I have open right now.
Open the other one.
I don't, but I still have so many other bags.
Open all the bags.
Open every single bag and find the plaque.
Yeah, even though it's like 5,000 pieces, it doesn't matter.
And when you're done, you can just like bathe in it.
That would be a great video. I bought a bunch of Star Destroyers to take a bath in.
You can do that with your porgs.
What's up?
Like just assemble all your porgs and like bathe in them.
Bathing with porgs sounds a lot more wrong than bathing with
Yeah.
Star
Or
Destroyer.
like, maybe you can like take a shower with one of your porgs.
That doesn't sound any better. Michael TA says he has the best impression. He says even though he's a white male and has never heard her speak. How have you never heard Cardi B speak?
I forgot how it's down.
Alright, Kyle Brick just sent me a message. He says there's an unnumbered bag with a bunch of large pieces. The plaque is in there. Is it in the first box? If it's not in the first box, that's stupid. Also, all the bags I have are numbered. 1, 1, 1, 1. I don't like this set. This is no longer my favorite set. I changed my mind. He says you have to open all the white boxes. That's ridiculous! Why would I have to open all the white boxes? You know what? Screw the plaque. I'm not...
Yeah, you just do it later.
Why would they do that? Why would they do that?
I don't know.
This is literally the worst day of my life. Like, what the heck? So you're telling me I have to open all the boxes to get to that plaque?
You really want it.
Hey, what's up, Waffles? How you doing, bro? That is so stupid. This set officially has a 1 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, it doesn't even have that weight of a minifigure collection either.
I mean, the minifigs are fine, but the fact that I have to open all the boxes at the very beginning is... Why are they in separate boxes if they're not in order? Why would they do that?
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying.
I don't even know if I want to keep building Lego anymore. I might just quit here. Does anyone want a mostly sealed Star Destroyer with a built stand?
Is that really going to be the camel that broke or the straw that broke the camel's back? Is that what that's going to be, Jay?
This just doesn't make any sense. Like, it's one thing that in a couple of weeks we're getting a wave of Lego Star Wars sets, and none of them are an actual playset. But for this set to not have the bags ordered in the box is freaking ridiculous. All right, I'm just gonna continue. You know what? I'm not even gonna let it get to me. Let's just keep building.
There you go.
Right above.
Well, going back to the Spinwave proposed that I think like the Dio is fine. So, like the helmet's like
Overpriced.
yeah.
The Dio, I don't think the Dio's a good set at all.
No.
Hold on.
That's
What's
worth $70.
Pure Rewinter says Lepin has the Lepin one has the bags numbered correctly. That might have to be the move. I might review this and be like, you know what? I think you guys should just get the Lepin one instead. I think that's the way to go.
I mean, it's April 1st. You can make like an April Fool's video or something like that.
That is true. That would still just feel wrong. Like, it would take a lot for me to do. Like, that's basically just me selling my soul, you know. Takarv Studio says 1 hour to build the stand. Hey, it took me half an hour to build the stand. The other half an hour, I was freaking out.
Does Weapon even exist anymore?
I mean, this sells sets in circulation, I imagine, but like their actual production facility got shut down.
Yeah, because I know like the warehouse got like infiltrated like police or something like that last year.
I feel like that would make a hilarious brick film, like the Chinese cops raiding the Lepin factory. It would be like a crazy shootout.
The workers have guns.
Yes.
They have to protect the weapon at all costs.
This is literally the worst set ever.
What's in the Spinwave?
Actually, never mind. I take it back. This is better than the helmets, but worse than everything else.
So you don't like the helmet? Like wow.
Dude, those are... I just despise the... Like, the sets are fine. Like, they're whatever. I just despise the decision so much. Like, the fact that we're getting an entire wave with no minifigures.
Over the Type Y helmet.
You said... Wait, say that again? I didn't catch that.
I would prefer the rumored dual Nesco set over the Type Y helmet.
You said the rumored dual on Mustafar set?
No, the ethical set.
Oh, Exigal. Oh, I mean...
Whatever.
Yeah, I was like, throw that in the trash, too.
Yeah. I'm cool with that doing that.
Yeah, we've been like
I don't need to get black t-shirt Kylo Ren and zombie Palpatine.
Dude, I liked the movie, but that outfit was so bad.
Like, why did he have to change outfit? Like, he's like, oh, I'm a good guy now. Let me change my clothes.
And I'm just like wearing a shirt.
Yeah, like, it was, like he could have kept the outfit. Like, there's nothing wrong with what he was wearing.
Yeah.
Like, maybe if you got rid of the helmet for good, like, I can understand that. But, like, why do you have to... It was just such a lame outfit.
Could you imagine if right before Darth Vader dies, he's just like, wait, I need to put on a new outfit. Hang
Yeah, hold on. Let me change my clothes. Or they like, or better yet, they change his clothes before they burn him in the end. Like, oh, we can't burn him in the suit. Give him a t-shirt.
We need to change him.
Get a t-shirt from the Ewoks. They apparently have human-sized clothes.
this is a lot long with episode 9.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, by the way, I guess when you guys mentioned that, the other day I made a list of like pros and cons for episode 9. The cons outweighed it by a lot, but I did come up with a lot of pros, which was good.
What are some of your pros? What are your top 3 or 4 pros?
Okay, let me let me scroll down here. So, I have some of my pros. I thought the speeder chase on Pisano was very well done. I like that.
Hold on one sec.
Why now?
Like just the scene in general was pretty decent.
Shout out to Lord of the Bricks for the $40 donation. He says, "Hope this helps you find the flag." Oh my god! Thank you so much. That is so funny. All right, guys. You know what? I was gonna hang it up, but I have people like Lord of the Bricks who want to see me win, so I'm gonna keep going. This was for you, Lord of the Bricks. I appreciate
Are
it,
you
man.
really gonna let yourself lose to a Lego piece? That's pathetic. I'm sorry.
So what you were saying, Garrett? I actually like that scene too. I thought that was a good scene.
Yeah.
The speeder
I
chase
also
was fine.
liked the flashback scene with Luke and Leia. Like that was probably one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Oh, I hated that. Oh, I hate that so much. Oh man, that was so dumb.
And then another one that I had was I liked how they did everything with like Rey and Kylo's fight on the Death Star was cool, and then how they did the stuff with Han coming back, and then Ben's kind of like path to the light. I liked that. I thought that was pretty well done as well. So those were a few of my pros.
I thought Ben's turn to the light was pretty weak. Like there was no reason. It was just like Leia like kind of spoke out to him, and he's like, okay, I guess I'm good now. But like he already had that moment in the last movie where he's like gonna shoot her, and he decides not to, but then they like blast them anyways. And then later in the film, he's like, you know what, let the past die, and he doesn't stop them from shooting the Resistance transports when Rey tries to get him to do it. So I thought at that point, like, I mean, he knew Leia was on one of those ships, and at that point, he didn't care whether or not she died. Like, he even sent his troops in to go kill them. But then in this movie, I don't know, man.
I think whenever
Well, those were like all the pros I really got, and then everything else was cons. So
yeah. I think whenever Ben's into light side, like something like happens to him that like is some sort of obstruction. Like when he decides not to shoot Leia on the ship, like he like goes flying in space and like she dies. And then like when he decides to go back to his light side, he dies like almost immediately.
Yeah. That movie just like I've never been so angry at a Star Wars movie. I don't know what to do with myself.
We're talking about the 9.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
Oh, ew. I cried when I thought Chewie died. I hate that so much. Like,
You thought that he really died?
That was
No.
so many fake deaths in that movie. It was ridiculous.
So,
never
yes,
thought he actually
but
died.
I was like, oh, like if they continue with this, like that's actually pretty bold. But it just didn't make sense. Like she thought, like, so Chewie dies, and she's like reacting to it, like, oh my god, Chewie's dead, and they're like all freaking out. But then later on, she can sense that he's not alive when he's in a Star Destroyer in the atmosphere. So then why could she not sense that he was still alive when after she blew up the ship? Like, it makes no sense.
Because it would be too OP for a Mary Jane, Jay. Come on.
Man, you know what has me excited though? I'm so happy we're out of the Skywalker saga and we can finally move on. Actually, that's what I thought until the Mandalorian said, "Hey, we're bringing in Ahsoka and other reoccurring guests."
Nah, man, you went wrong when you thought Star Wars fans wanted to see something new. It's always gonna be about the Empire. It's always gonna be about dudes that look like Boba Fett. It's always gonna be about Ahsoka, apparently.
Stupid. Why are we putting Ahsoka in the Mandalorian should be like all new. I don't want any of the old characters in there. I want this to be its own thing, and I really feel like season 2 is just gonna be ruined by they're gonna oversaturate Baby Yoda and they're gonna try to shove in new characters that don't belong.
This is what happens.
Come in as well.
This is what happens when you let Dave Filoni write a show. I'm just gonna say it.
I didn't agree with you and a couple other people are coming in, which is kind of weird.
Hold on. Brickopotamus says they wouldn't be bold enough to kill the only character everyone actually loved.
Ooh, that's true.
That's very true.
Nobody likes Ray and Finn.
That's just not true.
True for me. They wasted Finn. I like Finn.
You can't say it's true for me.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, exactly. It's true for me that nobody likes this character.
I mean, I also agree that Finn was wasted. Like, in episode 7, he was great, and then, like, he's like, Ray, where are you?
See, I don't understand. Okay, why did that become a meme? He screams Ray once in the first movie, when she gets taken away. Does he scream it at all in the second movie?
He screams it in episode 9.
Like, that's 2 times he does it, but people make a meme like, oh, that's all he does. Like, I never understood that. He literally does it twice.
I don't care as much, but like episode 9, him and Poe just felt so insignificant. Yeah, like I didn't care. I liked Ray's story, okay, despite the sheaviness of it, but
the sheaviness. That's a good adjective. I love it.
I just felt like the B storyline in Rise of Skywalker. I was like, what is this? Come on, like, I don't know. The B storyline in The Last Jedi also sucks. Like, why did the B storylines always suck? Who's calling me?
I was about to say, is my phone vibrating? That's Jedi Bob is getting an incoming transmission.
Jay, do you remember when, Nah, never mind. That was a long time ago.
Okay.
It was from a very long ago stream. Like, the first stream I ever came on and my phone rang, like, 3 times, like, right in a row.
I do remember that. And we were like, turn off your phone. This is class.
Disrespect.
Biker asks, or is that Bilker? Yeah, it's Bilkers. Asks, how's Star Killer Base going? It's going pretty well. This week's update is going to primarily be based around Snoke's, like, hologram room. So I think you guys are really going to appreciate that. I'm excited to show that off.
My favorite character from the sequel. Yay.
Bro, I love Snoke. Snoke was freaking cool. I love his character in The Last Jedi so much. Like, he's just
he's actually really good.
He's just such an a-hole, and it's awesome. Like, he's so condescending to everyone, and like, it's great.
That is the Emperor. Like, how Snoke is in that movie, that's the Emperor. What the Emperor is in episode 9? No.
Yeah. Like, Snoke is basically, if you took that scene where the Emperor is like, what does he say? He's like, oh, what does he say? It's like the most condescending thing he says in episode 6.
Wait, what's
it's like, well, I'm afraid ships will be quite operational.
Oh, yeah.
It's like if you took that scene and just made a character around that, that's Snoke.
That's Snoke, yeah.
I'm afraid our ships will be quite operational. I love that so much.
Me personally, I really like Snoke because, like, in episode 7, everyone's like speculating as like who he is. Like, oh, he's Mace Windu. Oh, he's Palpatine.
R2D2.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how
I still contend that Snoke is Barriss Offee. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
They're not
Besides
even.
the fact that she's a woman.
One's male and one's female.
How do you know for a fact that Snoke is a guy?
I mean, it's
Have you ever heard a woman talk that low?
Yes. I mean, what? Yes.
I guess maybe she's like a smoker or something.
Yes. Barriss Offee became a chronic smoker once they put her in the Coruscant jail. And then she started flirting with the dark side. And it eventually corrupted her, and she turned into Supreme Leader Snoke.
I mean, Snoke does have like this hole in his neck, so that's possible.
I mean, she could have been blown up in a horrible explosion. Waffles says Snoke is clearly Sora's Bandim.
What? Who is that?
That's the little, the snot-nosed kid who's like, Master Skywalker. There's too many of them.
Master Skywalker.
I love. Why do kids in Star Wars get such awful names? Like Sora's Bandim and what's his name?
Boy.
Timry Blag. Like,
Wait, no. George Lucas's son, the character he played, his name was kind of normal, right?
well, it was just a flip of his. So his real name is Jet Lucas, and his Star Wars name was Zet Jukasa.
Oh, okay.
Yo, did you guys know Lucas has a son, right, or a daughter that's like a baby right now?
Really? Oh, with his current wife?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that, but that makes sense. 'Cause,
Is that another child?
But he's so old.
Yeah, he's 7.
I mean, if do you need me to explain to you how the male reproductive system works?
I mean, I know, but no.
Are you sure that's not like the granddaughter?
No, hold on. Alright, we go to Wikipedia here.
You need to explain. Just watch the latest Complete Saga episode.
Plot twist: Snoke is a droid being controlled by porgs.
Oh god. Cool.
Okay.
The Clone Wars episode where there's like, you know, the pig droids and they have like that big puppet or whatever.
Are you talking about? No, I thought it's. Oh, when the are you talking about the little people?
Yeah, and then like
That was such a weird episode.
yeah, because they like go to all these different places and they find a pig droid and have like a Wizard of Oz kind of thing.
That's right. Yeah, that's why people are like, "Oh yeah, the Clone Wars is so sophisticated and mature," and I'm just like, sometimes, not all the time. Like, come on. That whole episode started because they were like trying to get supplies for cake or something. Like it was something weird.
Oh, that is the worst episode. That is the worst episode.
Yeah.
They go
No,
grocery
wait.
shopping and then. Oh, is that another episode?
Yeah, that was a different one.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, there's like 2 different ones, which are weird.
Where C-3PO and R2 just go on a weird adventure.
It's like yeah, and then there's the one with all the droids, like the commando unit or whatever. That was weird as well.
Or just the
dude
Meeber Gascon art.
Or whatever his name is, yeah.
Meeber Gas. That's a terrible name too. Let's everybody post all the awful Star Wars names in the chat. That's our task for now.
It's nice.
Wait, what are the names of Anakin's friends in the Phantom Menace?
Well,
Kids.
there's Wald and Kitster. Yeah.
Okay.
Trevor says Jay, who's a Potter had a family and died. That's Rats Tyrell. The only person who died in the pod race was Rats Tyrell. He's the one who blows up in the cave. They're like, and then he hits the thing. And he's the only one who they made a point to show that like he had a family in the crowd and his wife had like a newborn. Oh my god, shout out to Mal for the $40 donation. He says executive tier reached. Oh, I wanna have to Mal, can you retype the message in the chat, please? It comes and goes so quickly.
Damon Grove has the best weird name from Star Wars. He said Ray Palpatine.
That is very true. Elon Sleaze Vegano is up there. What was
Every time I see the ending scene of that movie, I cringe.
Alright, Jay, I can say the message for you. Executive tier reached. Also, I'm supposed to be taking a break from technology for a bit, so you won't be seeing me around much for a little while. And thanks for the invite.
Aw, well, I appreciate that, man. Sad you won't be around for a little while, though. Hopefully you're using your time productively.
Make videos. That guy needs to make videos.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, that seems to be the opposite of what he's trying to do right now. Sayo Bibble. Babu Frick. Oh, what's the dude who's in the Cantina and Solo? Oh, Therm Scissor Punch.
What?
Claude is
Oppo Rancisis. The Tusken. Everyone do your best Tusken Raider impression.
God no.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that.
Yeah.
Dud Bolt. We got some pretty hilarious Star Wars names. Jay, you're still gonna make Anderson's ISD? Oh, absolutely. That's gonna take some time to like get the money and parts for, but I definitely want one of those in my collection.
Oh, Savaggio Press. Yeah, it's not a weird name. It's just a blatant.
It's just so goofy. It's like typical like George Lucas, like bad guy naming. General Grievous, Count Darth Tyrannus, Darth Sidious.
Poetry.
Yeah, or City.
Savage. I remember I hadn't watched the Clone Wars at the time, but I was like looking at Lego sets, and I see like that Night Speeder set with that he comes in. And I'm just looking at the box like, what the heck is Savage Oppress? So there's a yellow Darth Maul now. That's so stupid.
I actually had that toy and then I sold it like 2 years ago.
What did you guys think of his character in the Clone Wars?
It was fine. I mean,
I only liked him when Maul showed up.
Yeah, I agree. They had, yeah.
I mean, he's just a big bad guy. I have no strong feelings for Savage Oppress.
Yeah.
Jack Porkins.
No, that's the best name.
What do you guys think of her?
Porkins a pretty awful name, I'll say. What do you say, Alex?
Oh, I was saying, what did you guys think of Asajj Ventress from the Clone Wars?
I like Asajj Ventress a lot, actually.
Yeah, I like her character.
Her arc is really good, I think.
Why can't they bring her back? I'd much rather see her doing stuff than Ahsoka, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
All right, see ya to Carb.
Thing of,
I like the Bad Batch. I don't really like this arc.
You mean Rambo?
What?
You talking about the main guy from the Bad Batch, Rambo? Rambo with face tattoos. Is that what that's like? Is that what that's supposed to be? Like, is that like a face tattoo, or is it like the dirt that they put under their eyes? Like, what is on his face? Someone explain to me what's on that main Bad Batch guy's face.
His name's Hunter.
What's on his face?
What?
What's on his face?
I think it's supposed to be like a skull.
But like, is it a tattoo? Like, is that permanent? Like,
I have no clue.
okay, these are the questions I need answers to. Waffle says Ventress is dummy thick with 2 C's.
He ain't one though.
I mean, I can't disagree. The Night Speeder might be one of the hardest ships to build at scale. That one has so many angles. That's a good point. I never thought about that. Everyone's saying it's the blood of his. What? Are you serious?
What?
Is that actually blood? What the heck?
That's pretty weird.
What are we on Hunter's face?
We're talking about the stuff on the Rambo from Suicide. I mean, the Bad Batch.
God.
Rambo from Suicide Squad.
Oh no, I see.
His actual name is Wrecker, right? I think.
No, Wrecker's the big one.
Wrecker's the big stupid one.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's on. Oh, okay, never mind.
So I'm actually gonna do a stream sometime soon. I was talking to Hunter, aka Forever Lego Studios, not Bad Batch Hunter, Forever Lego Studios Hunter, and like he was showing me some like custom clones that he got, and I was just blown away that he knew all the names to the characters. Because like I've watched the Clone Wars a couple times, and I'm terrible at the clones' names. So I'm gonna do a stream where he educates me on how the heck to tell the clones apart.
Like, I know a bunch of names, so I couldn't like pick them out and say, "Oh yeah, that's him. That's him."
Right, yeah, and like he was showing me like I was like looking at picture of the 501st specifically, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's like whoever," and I'm like, "How do you know that?" Like I feel like I know a lot about Star Wars, but I'm just terrible when it comes to the clone names. So I want to become a more well-rounded Star Wars fan, and Hunter's going to educate me on the clone names.
I need to get better with all the different Star Wars names. I always forget Broom Kid's name. I should know it, but
It's Timry Blag. Brick Freak with a $2 dono. He says it's a tattoo according to the Star Wars site, and it resembles a skull. Okay, that makes a lot more sense than blood.
Like, what enemies does he have? Wait, one have blood. Like, yeah.
Which one? So, is anyone in the chat right now good with the clone names? Okay, I'll take that as a no. Which one is the 501st clone that has the giant like Republic symbol tattoo on his head?
That's Jesse.
Okay, that's a stupid tattoo.
Oh yeah.
Like it looks so dumb.
It looks good on his helmet though.
On his helmet, it looks fine. On his actual head, it looks stupid.
Yeah, it's weird.
The clones make some bad decisions.
Yeah.
Who's the one with the man bun?
That's Tup.
Oh, Dogma,
Okay.
right?
No, Tup has the. I'm actually decent with clones. Tup has the man bun.
See, how do you know these? Like, this is so ridiculous.
He's the one that kills the Jedi. Yeah, he's the one that kills the Jedi.
The man bun guy?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right.
I could just need to rewatch the Clone Wars.
I rewatched it.
I mean, the Clone Wars is my favorite show. I grew up with it. I've watched it so many times, so that's just how I know.
So I think that's why I didn't, like, I was of age to grow up with it, but I wasn't watching it on TV. Like, I didn't actually watch Clone Wars.
Yeah, see, I was like 8, 9, 10 years old when it was coming out every weekend, so I would get up in the morning and watch it.
That sounds like a good time. I wish I wouldn't have betrayed Star Wars and did that.
Yeah, Jay, you hate Star Wars. Come on.
Clearly.
Star Wars later.
I was just a dumb fan. Like, I'll admit, when I was a dumb fan when I was younger.
Yeah, you were a fan of the prequels.
Yeah.
So I was born the same year that Phantom Menace came out, so I was definitely growing up with them.
I was born 4 years before The Phantom Menace came out. I remember seeing that movie in theaters.
I was like in the in-between period, because I mean, I grew up right after Revenge had just finished, so I kind of grew up all about the Clone Wars. That was kind of my era.
Kevin Reynolds says, let's just binge the Clone Wars. I apparently need to.
I only watched it because season 7 was coming out.
Yeah.
Brickopotamus says, how do you not know this, but know the exact name of every sequel shipping character ever? I don't know. Like I said, like I know a decent amount about Star Wars, but when it comes to like the clone names, I have no idea.
Hunter's like the Dwayne Johnson of Star Wars. I agree.
Why? I don't understand. Why? How?
I think
Oh, wait,
Wrecker
no. Yeah, I keep getting mixed up.
Are we talking about Forever Lego Studios Hunter or Bad Batch Hunter?
I think Bad Batch Hunter.
How is he Dwayne Johnson? Like, that's such a weird comparison.
I was thinking of the big clone Wrecker. He's more like.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Hunter's not really. Kind of weird.
Yeah, I was like, I don't understand. I mean, Hunter's definitely the Rambo of Star Wars.
Yeah. Who said that? It was. That'd be Bunny Brooks. That's a great name.
See, I at least know who Hunter is. I may not know Jesse and Waxer and Boyle, but I know Hunter.
Wait, what are the other two Bad Batch?
It's Tech and
Crosshair.
Yeah. And Tech is like the white outfit.
Yeah, the hat with the goggles on it.
the nerd.
Yeah,
He's the nerd. Call it what it is.
I gotta say, the voice actors for the clones did a really good job differentiating for them. It was really good.
yeah. And he does like way more characters too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy. Yeah.
That's something that bugs me about this show. It's like, you go through watching it and you're like, oh yeah, there's Obi-Wan again. Oh, there's that guy doing that voice. It's just so annoying. Like, they use all their actors all the time.
But that's just how most shows are. Like, that's
It's
what
way
voice actors do.
Like, yeah, they look the same. But it's just, it feels like way more in the Clone Wars, because it's way more recognizable. I'm like, oh yeah, that's that guy's voice. And it's just like, it's really annoying. I don't know.
Waxer and Boyle. So what do Waxer and Boyle do in the Clone Wars?
They're in
You said
the
You're like,
Jay, they are in the arc where Obi-Wan and like Mace Windu are on Ryloth in season 1.
Oh, do they find the little girl?
Yeah, they find the little girl.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Is it like Nina? What's her
The
name?
Point Blank one.
I don't remember her name.
She was in Rebels though, right?
No.
No, that's not her. No.
You're talking about what's the
Kira Syndulla.
yeah, Harrison Dula. Yeah.
No, it wasn't her.
No, it's like this. It's like that girl from Ryloth, and like she was there for like briefly, I think, like one episode or something.
She didn't speak English.
What?
She didn't speak English. Or I'm sorry, she didn't speak basic. When does Waxer die? How does Waxer die?
Yeah,
Yeah, on Pirate, isn't he?
Say that again? I didn't hear it.
He was in the Umbara arc, and like, remember that scene where like the five were first, and like the two trolls think that like one of them is the Umbarans.
Right, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and so one of the five first shoots Waxer, Boyle, I forget.
So they were
then-
two 12th troopers?
Yeah, they're like actual two troopers, and they realize that like they made a mistake and that they've been betrayed by Ponkrell.
Gotcha. Okay. See?
Talk about bad names.
Pong Krell.
Crappy way to die, man. That sucks.
Yeah. Brickopotamus says she's in Rebels. Can we get confirmation on this? What's her name?
I forget.
The little girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, look up right now.
The little Twi'lek girl. See, this is good. This is a good Star Wars study session.
A little Twi'lek girl.
I should know this. I just rewatched all of Rebels a few weeks ago.
I feel like every Star Wars fan should take a test.
Alright,
It's like
so
over
her name was
stuff
Numa.
like this.
What's her name?
Numa.
Okay. I knew it was I thought it was Nima. I knew it was something like that.
Nima Outpost.
Nima Outpost. Her last name's Outpost.
You might have been thinking of what she says Nera in the episodes, which
Yeah.
means brother.
Oh, okay.
But that's what she says. But
Also, is nobody gonna question how Obi-Wan knows how to speak the Twi'lek language? Like, I feel like that's so
He's
random.
a Jedi. He can do whatever.
I guess so.
He is the
Afraid of Jedi started speaking Twi'lek, they'd be like, what the heck? Like,
Obi-Wan got around,
he's
man.
fluent in over 6 million forms of communication.
probably one is actually a protocol droid.
That was just an elective he took at Jedi school. He took Rylothian.
He was like the only student.
There's a bunch of Twi'leks in the class, and then just him.
So I'm trying to find out if Numa was. Yeah, there we go. She was in Rebels.
Really? Like she as an adult?
Yeah, I found this on Wikipedia.
What? That's crazy.
I did not know that.
No.
Like, is it obvious? Like, do they recognize her as Numa, or is it like if you look it up?
She's a different skin color completely.
I guess
Like,
I mean Twi'leks might change colors as they grow up. You know. Like,
I don't know, but like in the show, she's like a darker teal, and then like in Rebels, she's like a lighter teal.
oh my god! Can someone handle the spammer in the chat, please? Are there any mods? Do we have mods?
Oh god.
So
Thank you, Trevor.
she was part of the free Ryloth movement, apparently, during Battle of Yavin.
But she actually appears in Rebels.
Yeah.
She must have, because there's an episode where they have the dad and a couple other Twi'leks. She must have been part of
I
that.
do remember Chamson Dula.
But,
Yeah.
She must have been part of it. I just don't remember like her being introduced as an actual character. Like I don't think she was ever introduced.
If they ever they should have introduced her and had her be like, "Yeah, clone saved my life once," and then everyone would have been like, "Oh, that's her."
Yeah, that would be cool. But nope, Dave Filoni's not that smart. He's not smart enough for that.
Nope.
you let it took a lit.
So off topic of the Star Wars talk, but what about Lego Star Wars? Let's talk about this crappy new wave.
Yes.
We talked like briefly earlier.
I'm always down to bash the April wave because it
It
sucks.
sucks. There's not even a normal set in there.
How annoying is it that like we're all like quarantined, right? We have all this free time, and there's like a Lego Star Wars wave right around the corner, and it's just god awful.
Yeah. I'm more excited about the pirate set than Star Wars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm more excited about the Darth Maul book thing, like the actual set.
I need to get that. Yeah, I need to
When did
get
that come out?
Pimp Darth Maul. It's already out.
7th, I believe.
April 7th. Oh.
April 9th, yeah.
I've already seen people with it.
And when's the Skywalker saga supposed to come out?
Who knows?
Apparently on Disney Plus, it comes out the 3rd. Diamond Guy says she has either Waxer or Boyle's symbol on her shoulder plate. That's pretty cool.
Oh.
That's what I want, a minifigure of young Numa to put in my Ryloth mock.
I think we need more Twi'leks in
That'd be
general.
awesome. That'd be cool.
So, all things considered, like, we get more Twi'leks than, like, any other alien in Star Wars in terms of minifigs, but it would be nice to get more.
Maybe Rhodians too.
I still think there's more Twi'leks. Because Rhodians, we got Anaconda Far, Greedo, and we have the generic one from that Rebel Battle Pack. I think that's it. But Twi'leks...
We only have the slave.
Oh no, then we have Wald from the.
Oh yeah, there is Wald. Okay, there's four Rhodians. So Twi'leks, you have Ula, Ayla Secura, Hera Syndulla, Bib Fortuna. I guess there's...
Fortuna ain't a Twi'lek.
Yes, he is.
He's a Twi'lek.
He is?
Yeah.
He's an ugly Twi'lek.
Yes, he is. I don't know. Every Twi'lek is beautiful except him. No, the only Twi'lek who
It's
looks...
not.
The only Twi'lek who looks worse than him is Beezer Fortuna from Rogue One. If you want to see it,
What's the name of the female Twi'lek in Return of the Jedi? The one who.
that's Ula. That's Ula.
Also, it's not Bib Fortuna, it's Babe Fortuna.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. So I guess there's four. There's four of each, huh? All right. Is there no more Twi'lek figures that I'm missing?
No, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hera, Ula, Ayla, and Bib.
So hold on, we had.
There's that.
There's only one variant of Hera, right?
Only one what?
Only one variant of Hera.
Yeah.
Alright, and then we have two variants of Ayla Kira, so that's 3. We've had 2 variants of Bib between sorry.
That
And
is
then-
true.
And then one Ula.
then,
One
yeah,
Ula.
So that's 6.
Okay.
For Rhodians, we've had 3 versions of Greedo.
Yep.
We've had one Wald from this episode 1. We've had that one generic guy from the Battle Pack. And then
Oh no, Kandafar.
yeah.
Uncle Ono. So
Wait,
they're
what,
both
we're
each.
talking like most Lego minifigs?
No, actually, I just thought about it. Maybe Ewoks have the most. Like
Yeah, Ewok.
Oh, yeah.
And Wookiees too.
What about
Wookiees are up there. Oh, so who has more, Ewoks or Wookiees? I can. I don't know enough of the Ewok names. Trevor says we have a lot of Wookiees. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Rebel stuff too.
Oh yeah, the Wookiee shit.
How many unique Duncans are there? Like a lot or not really?
There's a few.
There's
Yeah.
4. Because there's Jar Jar. There's 2 variants of the Warrior. There's what's his name?
Jar
Captain
Jar.
Tarples. And then the other Jar Jar. So 5. Okay.
Okay.
That's a respectful amount.
Oh, and there's 3 Warriors actually. So 6 total. Because there's the original one that's in like all green, and then the newer one. There's 2 versions of it.
Why can't we get a Boston Ass minifigure?
I know, right?
Honestly,
I mean, whenever I was a kid playing with my Lego Star Wars toys, all I could think about is, man, I wish I had Boss Nass to spice things up.
To spice things up. What were you doing with your Lego?
Jay, can you do an impression?
It's been a while. I don't know if I have it in me. If you want to see my Boss Nass impression, go watch the Cold Like Hoth music video.
That's fair.
Dude,
You think I haven't memorized that?
I got Rich Boy Jay's sick beats stuck in my head because I was rewatching all the Murder on My Mind and then the Cold Like Hot.
Murder on Anakin's Mind is so underrated, in my opinion.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Oh yeah, that might be the best, probably like the most well done.
Oh, for sure. I was
My
absolutely.
personal ranking,
I think-
it goes Murder on My Mind, Cold Like Hoth, and then 501st.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Murder on My Mind needs an official music video.
I was thinking but I don't know what I do for it, like a brick film or something.
Who's the guy who did Cold Like Hot?
That's Playnation.
Oh, you gotta get in contact with him.
We actually talk pretty often. All right, Diamond Guy says Paplu, Wicket, Chief Chirpa, Tebow, Logray. I guess those are the named Ewoks we have.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! There's like a black one in that 2011 tree set.
Yeah, I had that.
That's I forget his name. I used to know a lot of their names. I just don't.
Starts with a T, I think. It's like Tokat.
Yeah, Tokat. That's what it is. That's right. Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's correct. This has been a very educational stream. I appreciate you guys for spreading that Star Wars knowledge.
2011 Lego sets are underrated.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the first sets I ever got. I remember it was it was two sets. It was like the battle pack that came with 2 Rebel Troopers and I think was it a Stormtrooper and a Scout Trooper maybe?
I wish they had more two-sided battle packs. Those were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
One with was the best from John 12. That was the Commando droid as well.
Shout out to Brick Feet for the $2 dono. He says, "Can you do a donate? Can you do an impression donation pressure?" Sure. Hold on one sec. Let me put this on here first. How does this connect? Oh, I see. Has there ever been another species of coon? I've never seen one in Star Wars other than Plo. I don't think we've seen other Plo coon species.
Yeah, we're another with him.
How about Chameleon? How do you say them?
Kaminoans?
Kaminoans? Where are they, man? That's so long overdue.
Yeah, I just don't get it. It's like Lego's gone out of their way to just not give us a Camino set. It's kind of ridiculous.
Do you remember in 2015, there's this D3PO and R2D2 show on TV or something like that? And they had mask. How the show went is they recounted each episode in preparation for episode 7.
Yeah, that's Droid Tales.
Yeah, Droid Tail. And they had Boss Nass in episode 1.
Yep.
There's a done version of him. He looks ready to be in sets or something like that.
Yep. I don't know what it is,
What
man.
about Mon Calamari?
We've gotten 3, I think.
We got...
No, 4 actually,
General
because the Jedi.
Okay, that's yeah.
Yeah, I guess we've gotten 4.
Like,
Plo Koon is a
total,
Keldor.
With all the different variations, we've gotten 3 different Admiral Akbars. We got Padawan, we got an officer,
And Radis.
and Raditz.
Oh, I forgot we got Radis. Dude, I totally forgot. So there's 5 Mon Calamari.
Yeah.
I think there's only been how many?
I think there's been 2 Akbars.
Yeah, there's been 2.
3.
No, 3 because the Force Awakens.
3.
Or maybe there's only been
First
2.
one.
So there's the one when he's in white,
Oh,
and then
the
the Force
Force
Awakens
Awakens,
one.
yeah.
So is that just 2 or is that 3?
No, it's 3 because there was the original one in the ship thing.
Wait, but
Then what came after that? What set would have been after
the
that?
A-Wing,
The A-Wing.
Oh, okay.
weren't those the same though?
No, they were different printing. So, Jedi Bob knows the knowledge of Lego.
I do not doubt that.
We're gonna get down to the bottom of this in the stream. What alien has gotten the most figures in Lego Star Wars?
It's gotta be Wookiees.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, if I go on book set right now, probably tell me.
Do it.
I mean,
yeah.
probably tag the species.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. Hey, what's up, Isaac Maury?
I have a pen and paper. I can write down the numbers for each species.
Oh, there was a Freemaker Mon Calamari according to Lucas.
Oh, what's his name?
When I saw that set, I thought it was a baby at first.
What is his name? I don't even remember.
His name was Corey.
Quarry, that's it.
Oh,
There's also a Mon Cala engineer from Rebels. From Rebels? What was that in? I don't remember that.
I also like that he said Mom Calamari instead of Mom.
Okay.
What Mon Calamari was in Rebels, like in a set?
I don't.
Oh, is he talking about Quarry? Or was Quarry? No. Was Quarry in Rebels? Yeah, he made the B-wing. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Someone said he was in Freemaker.
Oh yeah, right.
Quarry was in Rebels. He was the one who like they got
Yeah,
the
he was
B-wing
in
from.
Rebels.
but he was in a Freemaker set though.
Ah, that's okay. That makes sense. That's right.
Yeah.
Like it was, yeah.
Come on, Lego.
There was also a Ben Quadraneros figure in Freemaker that I really wish we had gotten in real life.
What features is that? Just, you know.
I'm looking at my minifig wall to see what aliens we've gotten. I really wish we could get the white Mon Calamari characters that were with Radis on the Profundity. That's a mouthful. The ship that Radis is on in Rogue One is called the Profundity.
Oh, right, yeah.
Wait, so there was the officer, there was the admiral.
Zanny, did you find out how many Wookiees we've gotten in Lego? Someone needs to mute the video.
I was also looking at my
Hold on, there's a terrible echo. Whoever's like, someone needs to mute if they're listening to the video or something.
I think
I hear it, so it's not me.
I heard it. I haven't even.
Yeah, I hear it. Is that
It like whoever just did something different. Don't like reverse it. We haven't had this problem the whole stream.
yeah, that's weird.
Okay, I think we're good now.
Okay,
Yeah.
So,
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
It sounded like Obi-Wan in episode 3 when he's talking to R2-D2.
Oh yeah. That's such a random thing, but like totally accurate.
Alright, so I'm looking at minifigures now on the set.
Brick Twins wants more sexy minifigs. He says we need shirtless Kit Fisto and another slave Leia. Oh, Trevor says we've had 5 Zabricks. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
I don't think we can get slave Leia anymore. Because the last time she came out, there's like this whole controversy.
Oh yeah, we're definitely not getting another slave Leia.
Yeah, but I mean, we still get action figures of Slave Leia, so like, I don't
Do
know
we?
about it. Yeah, I mean, it's not like Disney ignores it completely. They still showcase scenes and.
What was the last slave Leia action figure? I can't recall any recently at all.
2016-15 of Black Series.
That's still a long time ago.
I would have been before.
But I honestly don't get the Slave Leia thing. Like, it's not like it's not like it's. Well, maybe. Never mind.
It's pretty objectifying. Like
Yeah.
she didn't have to be in a metal bikini with a chain around her neck.
I mean, I didn't hate it when I watched it.
It's not a good look, I'd say. I don't think it's necessary for them to just ignore it, but I can see like it's not a good look.
Does that mean we're never getting a Jabba's Palace set again now?
Probably not.
Probably wouldn't be in it.
I think we're not gonna get Jabba's Palace set more for the Lego controversy than the slave Leia thing.
Yeah.
That sucked for people who
Oh yeah,
didn't
it was
get
like a Muslim temple or something like that.
Yep.
it. It's ridiculous.
I I looked it up, and I remember it didn't look like it at all. Like,
Yeah, it was so stupid. Lego if Lego really wanted to, they could have like pushed
they
back
just
on
say,
that.
no, we'll do it anyway.
Yeah. Lego just doesn't like controversy, so they were just like, okay, we'll just cut the set short.
Jay, you work at a Lego store. Why don't you work your way up and tell Lego? Be like, hey, you guys, make another job with Alex.
Alright, I'll work on that right now.
Alright. So for the these things, it takes a while. That would done before the end of the stream, hopefully.
Dude, the technic structure in this set is so much more complicated than in the original set.
At least it's dirty though.
Oh yeah, no, it's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm just surprised. Like they tried so much harder on this than they did in the original one. The original one's structure was just so simple.
Hey, is there some sort of deal going on with Lego right now with Easter?
Yeah, there's like an egg gift for the purchase.
I was gonna say I was looking on my receipt and I see like an Easter bunny thing.
Oh, did you get the Bati Buddha?
Yeah, I bought it. It's gonna be amazing.
Can I have it
No.
for free?
Oh crap! It's shipping to my old house though, so I need to change that.
Oh, you hate to see it. Stubby Bunny Brick says we need a Lego Caillou series. Ben Adams says, hey Jay, you think Brick Fiesta will get canceled? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets pushed back. I don't think they would just outright cancel it though. Trevor says he knew right away to buy the Slave Leia after we got the new sail barge, and people notice the absence of the figure, it will go up in price. Yep.
Oh yeah, I need to buy one.
How much is that figure on Bricklink right now? Has anyone bought one recently or looked at it?
I know the 2012 version is like $30 a pop.
Jeez.
But the 2006 version is like $6.
Well, that one came in more sets. Well, by more sets,
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
came in a
it was a
pack.
magnet pack that was also
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
That's why.
Wasn't there like a yellow one too?
Yeah, there's a yellow one. I'm looking at it.
That one's actually more expensive than the 06 one. I actually had to buy that one recently for my minifig wall.
$9? That can't be right. The yellow one?
Oh, what about your notions?
We've gotten Poggle. We got the two original ones, one with wings, one without. The zombie one, and I guess we got the two newer ones, one with wings, one without. So
That's 6.
6.
Yeah.
How many Rhodians did we say again? I forget.
I think it was 6. 6 is the magic number when it comes to these aliens for whatever reason.
And then Twi'leks was also 6, right?
Oh, did you say it was also with Twi'leks?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also
Rhodian,
6.
And, I think also the Gungans, right?
Oh, Gungans were 6 as well. I'm writing these all down.
What is the 3/32? Someone educate me.
Is that Bly? Is that his group? Or... Yeah, I don't remember.
Come on, Clone Wars boys. This is your time to shine.
I thought the yellow guys were like 327.
Oh, it's the Ahsoka troopers.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to know who in the chat would prefer the Ahsoka troopers to the standard 501st.
Those are probably going to be in the ATRT set, and that's kind of disappointing.
You think so?
ATRT set coming out in summer, that's supposed to be like our 501st battle tech potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially.
I still don't believe that's gonna happen. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way.
I can see Lego doing that.
Lego giveth and Lego taketh.
I think
So, I'm doing music.
Lego
Lego.
has heard about the 501st thing, so I obviously didn't know about it, but I don't think they want to give it to us.
Well, they openly said they did it, so.
What?
Yeah, it was on.
501.
So in Brook set, they consider the Princess Leia with the neck bracket. This is slave wear. They consider Princess Leia from Season 6 with the neck bracket is separate minifigure, and then they consider Princess Leia from the Magnet set separate minifigure.
Right, I've seen that.
That's kind of annoying.
Going for like 20. Oh, this isn't Canadian. Hang on. Like $17 US, I think.
What, the Slave Leia?
Yeah, for the new 2013 one.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Wasn't that bad.
I would have thought it would have been more expensive. That's actually not that bad.
Everyone in Canada is 30 Canadian, which kind of sucks.
Oof. You hate to see it.
Move to the States.
Jay, are you building all this in one sitting?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Listen, it's like, you're a madman.
I can't remember the last time I built a Lego set not all in one sitting.
I usually do, but this one's a bit different.
I have like no self-control when it comes to that stuff.
Trust me, I'm usually the same way, but I don't want to do this whole thing in one sitting. I have, like, if I wasn't doing YouTube and I just like had like all this free time during the quarantine, I'd totally do it. But like once I finish this stream, I'm gonna work on Star Killer. So
How often do you work on Star Killer throughout the week?
it really depends. Like some weeks I have good weeks where I'll work on some part of it like 3 or 4 days, but I put a decent amount of time into it. I haven't worked on it much this week so far, but I plan on getting a lot done today, so we'll see. What's up, Forever Lego Studios? How you doing, man?
So I think Ewoks are going to win.
Really? More than Wookiees?
Because there are 11 Ewoks.
There's definitely more than 11 Wookiees, though.
I mean, is there? I don't know.
We've gotten, what, like 5 Chewbacca's?
No, we've gotten 2 Chewbacca's.
No, we got...
Oh, 3, actually. I forget about Solo.
No, but Solo had 2, because one had goggles.
That is right. I forgot about
And
that.
then there was brown and reddish brown.
I don't think that counts. That shouldn't count. Yeah.
It's a different minifig.
I mean, it is, but I don't think that should count.
Fine. And then we got the Chief
got the
this
Christmas
year,
one.
and
Yeah.
the generic one from the 20th anniversary thing.
Oh, yeah.
We got what, like 3 in Rebels?
Okay, so...
Oh, and from like 2005.
So are the rookies from the 2019 set different?
Yes.
Like, are they new minifigures completely?
Yes.
Okay, so... Then there...
Well, one of them. I think... So, the Tarful, I think, is slightly different, but...
It is?
It's, like...
Yeah.
It is slightly different.
Alright, so we won't count that.
And then
So...
the other one's like completely new though.
So then there are 12 rookies. No, there's 15 rookies.
You said 15 Wookiees?
No, 13.
Oh, 13. So 11 Ewoks and 13 Wookiees.
Yeah, I think rookies will win.
Yeah, and then everything else is first.
Yeah, I don't know what other thing would have more than 13.
Alright.
This has been very educational.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot, actually, doing all this research.
Alright, Brickscape, I want to try to add you to the call. I think we already tried, but I'll try one more time.
Oh yeah, Lego Masters this week's gonna be insane.
Oh, yes.
It's tonight.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Star Wars episode.
Dude,
Um,
I'm really hyped, but I'm also kind of annoyed because they're building Crate, Hoth, and Endor. Like we've already seen so much of all of those.
I mean, that's not their fault.
But
Yeah.
no, you know the real annoying thing is I'm pretty sure they're all going to be very inaccurate because I saw the teaser and I'm pretty sure I saw stormtroopers on Crate like
Oh,
episode.
dude.
uh,
And I'm just gonna be so pissed when if they have like just absolute like battle droids in the middle of Endor. I'm gonna pull my hair out and go
I
oh like
don't think
that.
they're that dumb. Wait,
Roger,
They might be.
Roger.
who's doing what?
It might be.
so, what time does Lego Masters start?
8, I think.
9 EST.
Alright,
EDT or whatever it is.
alright, so 8 Morgan.
Canada.
What's up, Brick Vibe? So I just finished Bags 1.
It took you that long.
Hey,
How many bag ones are there though?
there's like
It's like
4 or 5.
I really did 5 bags. That's pretty good.
Whew. So what are you guys working on? I hear pieces moving around.
I'm planning on a mock right now, actually.
Ooh.
Today I built the 2012 Desert Skiff.
The 2012 what?
The 2012 Desert Skiff.
Nice. That was one of the first sets I got when I got back into Lego Star Wars.
It's a decent set, but real problem with it is that on the back they used a 4x6 plate, and like on the ends they like use curved plates as well. So like these 4x6 picked up because of how blocky it is. And like they have the perfect substitute in it, like in the set for the 4x6. So that's like more curved. It kind of annoys me.
Mm. Brick Vibe says Lego Masters is not on tonight. Can we get?
Yeah, it is.
Not?
It is. I think they're saying that someone said it was canceled, but they're probably joking because on the official Lego Masters Twitter, they have said nothing.
Oh, yeah, it is April.
Why would it be?
Oh yeah, Brick Freak says there was a white Wookiee in the advent calendar, but it's
Yeah.
Yeah, that I also consider that.
Oh okay.
It's till 13.
Forgot about Snow Chewbacca.
What happened to DJ?
He just left. He took his money and ran.
Like, did he die on the supremacy?
No, I think he had left by that point because they give him his money and he's at the ship. The ship's in the background.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alright.
Maybe he showed up in his ship during episode 9. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the copy paste fleet at the end.
Yeah.
What speeches is Julio?
Ovisian.
Obsidian, yeah.
What about Dexter Jester? When are we getting him in Lego?
Oh, what a character! He's one of the most underrated characters in all of Star Wars.
I mean, is he really?
That movie, but
He is one of the funny. He's one of the funniest things in the prequels. Like legitimately funny.
He's
Yeah.
His scene was actually good. I enjoyed that scene with him.
He's just like a funny. I like how he's like a parody of like a '50s diner like cook guy. Like I don't know. And you know he says the weirdest things. Like he says the word pocketbook. So I guess in Star Wars they have pocketbooks.
oh yeah.
I mean, they talk about ducks in episode 1.
Talk about the what?
Sitting ducks.
If we don't get the shield generator fixed, we'll be sitting ducks.
Right.
Qui-Gon's just like, what the heck is a duck?
That's really
To be fair, he says Anakin Duck, right?
That's different. That's a good point, but that's different.
No, he doesn't say that. He says drop.
Oh, he
He
does.
says get down. I think.
He says Anakin drop.
Yeah.
All right, can we get confirmation? Does he say duck, drop, or get down?
Get down.
Let's just say Duck for the purpose
It's drop.
Oh, can we get a consensus here? All right, someone in the chat, does he say duck, drop, or sit down?
Sit down.
No, he says get out of here. That's what he says. Oh no, get over here.
Oh my god.
I'll be back.
Alright, hold up. I'm looking at it right now.
Confirmation, does he say duck, drop, or get down? Okay. Who has
It
the...
says Anakin drop.
All right, there's an echo right now.
Yeah.
It's not even an echo. I think someone just... Who's... Hold on. It's Brick Phase. You're echoing again. All right, you're good. Yeah. No.
I think that was me.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it was me.
Well, it's gone now.
I had it open on 2 tabs.
There you. Okay. Wait, who's? Okay, now we're good.
Anakin drop.
I see a duck drop. Pretty sure it's drop. Goose drop. Duck actually drop.
Drop. It's like duck, goose. What?
Drop. Duck.
Anakin drop. That's the one.
He says, Anakin, don't do anything. Stand perfectly still right now. He's like, Qui-Gon, my legs are tired. How long have we been streaming? How long has this stream been going on?
Common race and all Lego Star Wars. It's humans. That is actually right.
Hey, shout out to Mav Bricks Z. Is it just Mav Briggs? Or Mav Brick Z?
It's dead, actually.
But appreciate the 501st donation. Appreciate that. He says, hello there. Aviator Goran says, he actually said quack. Anakin, quack, huh? I wonder, was Darth Maul actually trying to decapitate him there? Like, what if he just killed Anakin right there? That would have been awkward.
Just the credits.
You see Palpatine like, no!
He actually said Anakin jump. I would have expected someone with your reputation to be a bit older. General Grievous, you're shorter than I expected. It's because he's hunched over, Anakin. Jeez.
Okay, to be fair,
this time.
to be fair, he's like 7 feet tall. What did you expect?
Hold on, say that again?
Grievous is still like 7 feet tall. Like, what did Anakin expect?
Yeah, I know. Like,
It'd be funny if Rey said that to Snoke.
Snoke, you're shorter than I expected.
Because he's also 7 feet tall, isn't he?
Snoke is freaking huge. Yeah,
Ish. He's probably more than that.
I think. Yeah, I think it's actually more than 7 feet tall.
Me and a bunch of my friends thought that he was gonna be like a foot tall, just because like the holograms made him so huge. Like,
I agree. I thought that would have been kind of funny if he was actually just like Yoda sized.
No, what about like Beaver Gascon size?
Oh my god, or he could actually fit in an Astro Droid.
Am I the only one that thinks Grievous is like one of the coolest bad guys from the prequels?
He's cool
Like,
on the
he,
original
like,
Clone Wars
slaughters the Night
cartoon.
Sisters. Him and his droid army like slaughter the
okay,
Night Sisters.
well that's not the
Like,
prequel.
pretty cool.
The Clone Wars, my bad.
I don't think he's. I think Grievous is pretty garbage in the prequel movie.
Yeah, I agree with you. But in the Clone Wars, he's like awesome, dude. He just slaughters people, and I'm just like, yeah.
I don't know. He's still kind of a. He's still kind of a
He's even
fool.
better in like the 2003 Clone Wars.
Yeah, the original Clone Wars, he's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Grievous is better when he doesn't talk. I think. Like, I liked him as that like kind of silent killer.
Like Darth Maul?
Yeah. Except Darth Maul doesn't kill anyone.
This is he attempted. Put his best.
It's the closest he gets to is to almost killing a 9-year-old boy. That's
Killed Qui-Gon.
He kills Qui-Gon, yeah.
that is true. He did kill Qui-Gon. Okay.
And he kills his never mind. I don't know.
Oh, he kills that one random civilian on that random planet.
Oh, he killed Duchess.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
We're talking about in the movies.
Pre Vizsla.
He killed Jedi Shaggy. Grievous killed Jedi Padawan Shaggy.
I forgot.
I actually have that mini. Hold on, I have something awesome.
That was the best name in Star Wars. Oh my god.
Shaggy.
Shaggy.
Yeah, Shaggy. It's so funny.
Where is my Shaggy? I have the figure somewhere. I don't know where it is. You guys just have to take my word for it. I do have a minifigure of Shaggy. F in the chat for Jedi Shaggy. Like. Yes, it's remarkable with 7 of them in the call. No one has read us saying it's canceled in the chat. I already read it earlier. Brick Vibe let us know.
How does anyone know it's canceled?
You just gotta believe in the Force.
Yeah, who does that?
It could have been Lucas Warfield, you know, like, I don't know.
What?
That'd be kind of crappy for ratings, though. What a crappy April Fool's show.
Oh yeah, they're not.
I was gonna say, I was like, dude, I don't know. I'm not seeing it on the official Twitter, that's why I'm like.
Yeah, I looked on it and it said nothing. And there's no reason for it to be canceled. Like, I'm sure the numbers, like, of viewers are way up now.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see, guys.
Might be good.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I won't see.
Boone himself did not say it's canceled.
I think he's saying that Boone himself said it's not canceled. Or maybe he did say, I don't know.
Okay,
What do you think of the new Pirates idea set? I think it's awesome. I'm actually really excited to get that at some point. Okay, can we stop?
Wait, what?
Can we stop spamming the chat with inappropriate numbers?
He did say it's canceled.
All right, there you go. Now stop talking about it.
But why?
Because I said so.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Rich Boy J, can you check out my mall fan film? I would love to know what you think. Is it a brick film? I'll watch it if it's a brick film. Oh yeah, guys, how do you feel about that new pork battle pack that got announced today?
Dude, I'm
Pretty awesome, actually.
I'm really looking forward to it.
You gonna build up your army, Jay?
I'm trying, man. I would certainly like to. In the
How
words
many
of
porks do you have?
in the words of Anakin, I would certainly like to. I have 6 of the pork set. I don't know how many of the actual pork figures I have. At least 6. Maybe 7 or 8.
Any AEW? Oh, he's muted. Never mind.
What's the plan for Discord movie night? Oh yeah, so I haven't actually talked about that on my YouTube, but this is something I can run by you boyos. Let me know what you think. I would like to at some point do a group Star Wars watching session. Basically,
Episode 9.
I mean, we'll do all of them at some point. But basically what I would like to do is on Discord, if there's a live stream, a way for us to live stream, we could basically just all get together and watch a Star Wars movie, and maybe have a couple people on as commentators, so maybe me and Matt or me and David or something, and then a chat going for people to also chime in, and we can just watch Star Wars together.
That'd be super cool. Which movie would you start with?
I would just go in release order, so We can start with the good ones.
Huh? He means the prequel.
Yeah, I knew
Yeah.
something was saying. I plan on watching episode 9 on the 3rd and being very on the adult juice when doing it.
Well, say that again.
Because episode 9 comes out on April 3rd. Probably.
Yeah.
I'm planning on, drinking a lot of apple juice when watching it. Because I feel like that's the only way I can watch it.
Drinking a lot of Java juice.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish I had some Java juice when I watched that.
At Galaxy's Edge, you could get so many crazy things. I mean, of course, blue and green milk, but you could also get something called moof juice.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to try that so bad.
It sounded disgusting. Like, who wants, or was it moof milk? I don't know, moof juice. And I was like, what's moof juice?
I'm pretty sure it's moof milk because in episode.
It's gotta be milk.
Yeah, because Hans, like, some moof milker put a compressor on the ignition line.
That is my favorite Star Wars slang. I love that.
Some moof milker.
Oh no, that's gonna be, you know what, Jedi Bob's retiring. My new channel's gonna be called Moof Milker.
Jedi moof milker. Hey Jay, what recommendations do you have for building up your collection, like getting one's collection to a size big enough to make decently scaled mocks? A lot of pick-a-brick cups.
And get a job.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
If you're not employed, then I think finding employment would also help.
Joe, when you started building mocks, did you have a job?
Yeah. Well, so technically no. I went to Legoland Star Wars Days, which would have been June-ish. No. So actually, here I'll tell you the timeline. I decided I want to go to Legoland Star Wars Days. I needed to build a mock for that to get in. So I went to the Lego store for the first time, bought pieces for the pick-a-brick wall. As I was walking out, I see a sign on the wall that says, "Oh, we're hiring." I'm like, "Oh, I could totally work here. I'd love to work here." So then I applied to work there, went to Legoland Star Wars Days, got that job maybe like 2 or 3 weeks after that. So technically, I mean, yeah, I guess I was kind of. It depends on what you consider my first mock to be.
Padme's apartment.
I was like, if it's Padme's apartment, then I technically was not. But when I started trying to build large-scale mocks, I was working.
You like your job. Like working at the Lego store is fun, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's not like moofing milk, or milking moof, but puts dinner on the table. Moofing milk or milking moof.
Man, I've been obsessed with trying to think of senior quotes for next year, and I think I'm settling on McClunky as my new senior quote. I really think I'm gonna do it and just say McClunky - Greedo.
That's pretty funny.
And like that way, if someone got it, they earned my respect as a person, as a human being.
I feel you. That's nice they're letting you do senior quotes. They didn't let me do a senior quote.
Really?
Yeah, basically what they did, they just asked a bunch of questions and like they wrote a biography on you.
Oh.
Is that a biography on everyone?
I mean, it was all the same questions, so it wasn't like anything extensive, you know.
What do you want to do when you're older? I want to milk.
Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. I just wanna milk. Whoops. That's my new song.
That's what Jedi Bob did when Order 66 happened. I settled down on a farm.
Farming? A man of your talents?
Yeah.
It's a simple life.
It's a simple life.
It's a simple spell, but quite unbreakable.
No. Jedi Bob, what would you think if you came in the UCS gunship?
I would hate life.
Why?
Why?
It's not gonna happen. People think it's actually gonna happen. It's 100% not gonna happen.
I mean, you say that, but watch it
I
happen.
think it could happen.
I bet a $5 donation to Rich Boy J that it won't happen.
I'll do the same. I'll do the same that it will happen.
Ooh.
Alright, we got.
I like these
You're-
kind of bets.
Jay.
Either way, I win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Watto.
Wait, no. Why don't you make it a $5 donation to me?
Okay.
I mean, maybe. I guess. I don't care. Whatever. It's not happening. So, the reason it's not happening is pretty obvious because it's Jedi Bob, and that's a DK book thing. That's not even an official Lego thing, right? Like, that's part of the book series. Like, as
But the
far as
figure
Lego's
itself.
concerned- Huh?
But the figure itself, they can make an updated version.
Yeah, but they're not like.
Okay, well, the only reason it still exists, like, it doesn't even need to be called Jedi Bob.
Yeah.
If Jedi Bob goes in there, alright, let's pretend he does. I wouldn't actually hate life. I think it's a little weird, and I'd be like, this is a wasted spot for a good figure.
Wow. I'm glad to know how you feel about that figure now.
I mean, believe me, it'd be awesome if it happened, because my channel would probably blow up or something.
That's
But
true.
I just get like 5,000
Update your
subscribers.
profile pic.
People are just like, Jedi Bob, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm famous.
Oh yeah, I'm famous.
But it also take away maybe the value of the original figure, but then it would make building a Jedi Bob army so much easier.
Do you have plans on doing that?
I want to. People have suggested it, and I want to get like 25 of them and make a video about it.
I still
Or
don't
make,
think
like,
that's a good
battle of
idea.
Geonosis system, but all the Jedi are Jedi Bob.
Why don't you want me to do that, Jay?
That's just not a good use of your money.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
I
not.
could drive the market up for those figures so much because I'd own the whole entire like.
Why would you do that? Though?
Yeah, that's...
Because I could. I could be like, Jedi Bob's
depriving-
now worth $100, and no one could
Depriving
tell
other
me
people
otherwise.
of Jedi Bob.
All right, everyone in the chat, buy your Jedi Bob up before Jedi
Well,
Bob
okay.
buys them up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna buy them all. I'll raise the price up, and I'll give away a few. I actually have plans to do a giveaway soon with the Jedi Bob figure.
That's actually very nice of you.
Yeah, I thought it was a funny idea. I've had it since I first started my channel. I'd be like, it'd be so funny if I gave away just Jedi Bob.
You're gonna give away your only Jedi Bob?
No, I'll buy another one, and
Oh.
then if that one's higher quality, I'll keep that one and give away the crappier one.
That's, I think you should not mention that part in the video.
I'll say it. I'm an honest guy. I don't lie. My Jedi Bob's high quality, so it doesn't matter.
Hey guys, I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna give away a crappy Jedi Bob. Comment down below.
One other interesting thing I thought might be fun to discuss is Star Wars planets in the Star Wars movies. Like, I think initially, you know, from 1 through 6, I think Episode 3 had the most planets, and then Rogue One is up there. Not Rogue One. Solo is up there. Rogue One has a decent amount. And then Episode 9 just, like, blew all the movies out of the water, I think. Like, just from that one opening sequence, like...
Oh, yeah. Or hyperspace gaming or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think even after... So, actually, I wonder... Because I think initially Coruscant was actually the planet that showed up the most. It's either Coruscant or Tatooine. I don't remember. Maybe it is still
You mean most
Tatooine.
like screen time, or
No, the planet that's visited the most in Star Wars. Because Coruscant's obviously in the first 3, and then Rogue One.
Tatooine?
And we're just talking movies, right?
Yeah. But Tatooine's
Return
also...
of the Jedi, A New Hope, Rise of Skywalker, all 3 of the prequels.
Yeah, it's a good point. Okay, yeah, it's still Tatooine.
Definitely Tatooine.
Yeah.
I think Coruscant might come in second.
Probably, yeah.
Or Deku.
Tatooine, if you can take the heat, you need to stay on Tatooine.
There you go.
First one? The most?
What?
Everybody be quiet. Thanks, Ronald.
What is happening?
Okay.
What was that?
I agree. I don't know what he's saying, but
He said everyone needs to be quiet.
He's just being backstab.
need to go to Tatooine. So Jay, if Solid Brick Studios and the Brick Boys actually go to Brick Fiesta, what are the plans? Like, what are you guys gonna do?
We're gonna hang out and
Oh.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out at
I
the
don't know.
convention.
I guess I expected some like crazy videos or something.
I mean, we've all three been together before. Maybe we'll actually. Me and David, when we first met at Brick Fair, Virginia, we kind of recorded a video debating episode 3. But it was like it wasn't just not a good quality video. We didn't really plan for it. They actually turned off the lights at the convention, which was kind of annoying. So the lighting was off as well. So we'd probably actually like record that video. I don't know. We could come up with some cool ideas.
You should do a video saying getting Gertie back into life.
Oh yeah. We can make a Star Wars-esque movie where we get him to join the Lego side.
Be like, remember the Scarif and remember Crate.
Brigopotamus says Coruscant, Kashyyyk, Felucia, Magneto, Utapau, Seleucumai, Mustafar. You also forgot about Polis Massa and Tatooine.
Yeah.
Why was that?
Aviator Goran says, "Lol, Jedi Bob. It's like a celebrity buying their own merchandise. If I bought a bunch of Jedi Bobs."
That's literally what that is.
Yeah, but I'm gonna drive the prices up.
He's gonna artificially drive the prices up by just hoarding all the figures.
That'd be so awesome, owning like a ton of Jedi Bob figures.
Shout out to Lightning Cuber. He says, "Hi man, been a fan for 1 year. Really enjoy your vids. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that. Thank you so much." How long have we been streaming for?
2.5 hours.
I'm probably gonna hang it up once I finish this group of bags. I'm pretty hungry.
You could just order food and.
It's stream and eat? Nah, I'd rather not.
I've seen you stream 8 hours. I've seen the crate streams.
I'm not built like that anymore. I think if I had someone else here with me, it'd be easier. But just streaming 8 hours by yourself, it's a lot. I mean, I did it with the ARC 170, but that was different, I guess.
Okay.
So much Technic. Oh my god. Playmation says, "What's on the menu tonight?" Great question. I don't know. I honestly wanted to make some sloppy joes, so I'll probably do that.
You cook?
Yeah, boy.
You should.
When you live that Boyo lifestyle, you gotta be self-sufficient.
You should do a cooking show. You should do like a cooking episode on your channel.
Oh, Snapchat. I used to make with that Danny boy.
Sure. Why not?
So like, it was in grade, and I saw a smoothie, and it's like over Easter weekend. And it's like, yo, I'm gonna post myself making smoothie on my story, and I did that. And like everyone's like, yo, you should continue this series. And it's like, okay.
There you go.
And so like, it was season long. I made this season. There's like 15 episodes. And then like next year, I got Instagram. It's like, you know what? I'm feeling nostalgic. I'm gonna make a food making with that Danny boy on Instagram, and that lasted for like 2 episodes. Done with it.
Oof. You hate to see it.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the tragedy of Dark Legacy Device?
It's not a story Jedi Bob would tell you.
I'd hope not. So, Chris Productions doesn't make that Jedi Temple. I feel like I might have to.
I agree with that.
It's
Such a shame.
Shout out to Billy Crudis for subscribing. But yeah, I don't know.
Production is going to continue.
Say it again.
Do you know if he's going to continue?
I have no idea. I literally just have no idea.
Do you have any contact with him?
We've talked on and off. I just don't bring it up because
15 weeks ago on Instagram, he said building updates coming soon. Liar.
I mean, yeah. Hey, man, first time catching your stream. Find your channel by looking up Stars Millennium Falcon Mox. Yours is dope. Keep up the good work. Thank you. It's actually sitting right here. I don't know if you can tell. It's in the back. If I saw the battery pack hooked up, I'd turn on the hyperdrive for you guys. No, Jay, do the Citadel from Clone Wars. I would like to do that. The Citadel would be fun to do.
Oh yeah, I was gonna build Flip Citadel. I actually bought all the parts on minifigs, but I never did it.
Wow.
If anyone ever built the Jedi Temple, I really would like them to follow the Battlefront 2 map layout because I think that worked really well.
I don't really. I'd have to look it up because I don't remember.
You never played Battlefront 2?
I did. I just. So what I mean, so I'll tell you exactly what happened. I had Battlefront 2. So I had Battlefront 1 when I was younger initially. Like I went and I got it because one of my friends played it and he really liked it. And I remember opening up the case, and in the case there was an advertisement for Battlefront 2. And they're like, "Oh, Battlefront 2 is out. Buy it." And I'm like, "Oh, well, I guess I should get that instead." So then I went and got Battlefront 2. But I only ever played on like Hoth and Geonosis.
Those are like some of the worst maps. Well, Hoth is okay. Geonosis is awful.
Yeah, Geonosis. I like Geonosis in Battlefront 1 because they were actually Republic gunships. But the second one, that was sucky.
No, Coruscant's the best map out of the second one. Coruscant is amazing because it has the main area where the Jedi all get killed.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to do a Jedi Temple mock of some kind. I was
Would
gonna
you do it like episode 3, like where everyone's dying, or would you just do it peacefully?
I'd probably do both. Like maybe just build it and then do videos in it in both iterations. All right, see you, Waffles. Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate it.
I got that game when I was a kid, but my parents were like, "No, that's too violent for you," so I had to take it back.
What, Battlefront 2?
They thought Battlefront 2 was too. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Do you guys ever have those parents that like censored you like severely, like no Simpsons, no SpongeBob, like all that? My parents weren't like that. But...
My mom wouldn't let me watch The Simpsons, but she definitely let me watch SpongeBob.
See, some parents thought SpongeBob made you stupid, so they wouldn't let you watch it. But yet they let them watch like Disney show or the Disney Channel, and I'm like, those shows are like 10 times worse for you than SpongeBob ever would be.
No, that's my mom. She wouldn't let me watch SpongeBob or Teletubbies.
Why Teletubbies of all things?
You know, like the characters were like demonic.
She thought the characters were too demonic.
Would
Yeah.
she let you watch the Smurfs?
Yeah. My mom and I. That's like how we connected, kind of, because
The Smurfs are a good, wholesome Christian show.
yeah, because like in 2011 the movie came out, and so I noticed that like she had like this like giant Smurfs collection from when I was younger. And so I said, "Hey, we like the Smurfs." And he's like, "Yeah." And so we decided to do the Smurfs movies together, and we enjoyed it, and it's fun.
My parents, they never. I wasn't allowed to watch like Family Guy, but I was allowed to watch Simpsons and wrestling and like all the good stuff.
That is weird. My mom wouldn't let me watch Simpsons, but I could watch wrestling. Like,
but back when you were watching it, it was like bad too.
yeah. It was always so
yeah.
awkward watching wrestling, and there'd be like a Divas match on, and my mom would walk in, and you're like, "Oh no!"
It's like the meme. It's like most of the wrestling show is just actual wrestling when my mom walks in.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Come on, the Divas matches are the best.
Oh yeah, I love those.
I mean,
The Divas matches taught me a lot about myself.
Oh no.
That's all I'll say.
What diva specifically?
Trish Stratus.
You know, Beth Phoenix is where it's at.
Nah,
no,
bro,
for
Trish
me,
Stratus.
it's Eva Marie.
No, Paige. Well, used to be Paige. I saw Sasha Banks the other day, and I'm like, ooh.
Like in person?
No, I just on Instagram.
Oh.
I was like, oh. Yeah, I saw it the other day.
I mean, that's what it sounded like. Yeah, I saw her the other day. I was like, "What's up?" And she was like, "Oh, nothing much, Jedi Bob, just chilling."
It was so nice.
Tell him Andy Rose. She was born in like my neighborhood, actually.
Really?
Well, not in my neighborhood, but like in my town.
Brandy Rhodes is something.
She taught me a lot about myself too.
I've met Brandy Rhodes in real life.
Whoa.
You want to tell us if you want to elaborate on that?
Who, me?
No, the other Jedi Bob.
Hey, no, listen here. No, it was before. It was actually this indie show because Cody's obviously from around Atlanta. And it was an indie show, first indie show I ever went to with my brother, and Cody was doing meet and greet there. And at the time, I didn't like indies at all, but after that, I started watching Being the Elite, and then that led to me loving AEW.
Gotcha.
I met Brandy there, and I was like, ooh.
You were like,
I think
hello.
Indies wrestling.
You were like, I care. That's girls just want to know that you care. And if you just give them a good, I care.
Jay, what?
Just make sure you say it
Boyo-
before she leaves the
what does
room,
Boyo
though.
Prophecy say about the dating life?
Shout out to the man, the myth, for subscribing. What does the Boyo prophecy say about dating life? Well, so you may have forgotten, but one of the Boyo commandments is to always respect women, and that's all you need to know. RESPCT.
And love doesn't have a number except for 18.
Yes. Oh my God. That is also true. I almost forgot about that one.
I was so happy when I saw that in Vardos. Not the meme, but like just the picture of Jedi Bob.
Oh yes. Jedi Bob says, how long does it take you to get to this point? I guess however long the stream has been going on. With a few breaks here and there. I had a minor meltdown earlier, and I still have yet to have found that plaque, so, you know. Alright, see ya, Isaac.
Man.
Streaming out for 2 hours.
N-Bomb says, Jay, I'll send you our low-budget Revenge of the Sith when we produce it this summer. Sounds good.
Man, I can't believe Mania is happening with no crowd. That really sucks.
That's so weird, man.
I think it's happening this Sunday or something.
It's Saturday.
Man, I don't even know if I'm gonna
It's like
watch
2
it.
days,
No,
though,
they
isn't
don't.
it? Is it? I thought it was like multiple days.
It is.
Too big for one night.
Saturday and Sunday. Doesn't matter. The main roster sucks anyways. Let's stick to NXT. That's what I say.
And Mikhail TA, I definitely never said that.
Wait, who's the other one?
I'll head up.
Who was the third side of our love triangle? I have no idea. Maybe Lego.
You mean Daisy Ridley?
No, that's
jeez.
Garrett's girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Daisy Ridley is a pretty person.
She is a pretty person.
Although another thing that makes me mad that me and Jay went on and on about that we wish didn't happen was Kylo and Rey.
Ugh, don't even get me
That
started
was
on that.
so bad.
What?
When I saw that, I wanted to yell out. I yelled out. I didn't yell out, but I wanted to 2 times in the movie. When Hux died, because I loved Hux's character in The Force Awakens, and I thought he had a lot of potential just to be a cool bad guy. And seeing him get wasted away just made me upset. And then the second one was when they kissed. I was like, why? Internally.
During that moment, I was like, I'm not having that.
I was like, I'm a head out.
Also, why did Huck become spy? Or why did he go against First Order?
Because he hated
Because
Kylo
he
Ren.
hated Kylo
Yeah,
Ren.
he wants Kylo Ren to lose.
Wow.
So much potential for that character.
He would not go against the performance just because he hates Kylo Ren so much. Like, that is not who he is at all.
I mean, he hated Kylo Ren, but I don't think he would actively help the Resistance to spite him. Like, he could have been, like, sabotaging things from behind the scenes, but I don't think he'd be, like, helping the
Giving
Resistance,
him
you know.
information.
I've been saving for the UCS Falcon. I'm on 575. I've been saving since 2018. I'm 15 and don't have a job. Nice. How much is it in pounds? Is it, what, like 650 pounds, if I'm not mistaken? Come on, my European boyos, where you at?
And don't even get me started. I hate the idea that they just kind of screwed over the First Order. First of all, why did all the First Order ships go down at the end? And secondly,
That was
like,
actually the final order.
it's so stupid. They should have just stuck with the First Order. Those were the submitted bad guys that you copied the Empire off of, which is fine because they were like the sequel to the Empire. That's fine. But like,
How did they get all those red suits?
who's making them? Yeah, like, is the Emperor just creating them out of thin air? I mean, wouldn't surprise me according to Episode 9's logic.
He's got a bunch of Sith.
Did you have a factory for armor? And why would you make them the First Order design if he had all those years alone at Exegol? Wouldn't he make up his own?
The movie doesn't make sense.
No.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of stupid Star Destroyers. And oh, hey, guess what? We're just gonna copy Death Star tech again because Lord knows we can't go a movie without that.
Gotta blow up
And then
planets,
they
guys.
put Death Stars on the bottom of Star Destroyers.
Oh my god.
It's just that simple now. They can just
Look,
put it.
now we need to blow up this thing again that turns them all off. Sound familiar? No.
And hey, guess what? We could have taken the First Order out, 2 movies ago, if we just would have went to the core systems and riled them up.
It was that easy, guys. They were wondering why they couldn't get people to join the Resistance. Apparently, they just weren't asking the right people. Lando knew who to ask, though. Lando knew exactly
Yeah,
who to
because he
ask.
got, like an entire First Order sized army on his side.
In a matter of, literally in, less than an hour.
Maybe he's just that much of a smooth talker,
That would have been funny if the army was just, all women pilots. Hey Lando, I noticed something interesting about the fighters you brought here. Oh yeah, what is it? Yeah, they're all women. What's up with that?
Is that Bazine Natal I see?
Zori, how did you get back here? Oh, Lando has a way with words. Oh, okay.
Cole needs to learn a few things.
He just showed on a picture of Tom Buffer, and this is America.
Come on. Brick Twins Productions says, my parents got us the Headhunter in 2013 because they thought Pong Krell was Chewbacca.
I didn't have Tom Krell, so I used Chewbacca as Tom Krell.
Did you really?
Yeah, because his nose is the same, or I thought it was.
I mean, I don't think Spock has 2 sets of arms.
But their noses are the same, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think the theory is that when Chewbacca rips people's arms off, he just takes them and
And
puts
puts them on. I feel like General Grievous could have made a better Pong Krell than
a
Chewbacca.
fine addition to my collection.
Oh my god.
That makes more sense than Episode 9.
Yeah.
It does.
Chewbacca, the arm collector.
Would we call him an arms dealer then?
Oof.
Ooh.
I still can't believe that Numa was in Rebels.
Is that the Twi'lek girl?
Yeah, the one that Waxer and Boyle find. See, look at me with my Clone Wars knowledge.
Yeah,
Man.
wow. How do we find out,
When was she in Rebels?
She, during, I don't know.
it's like the 2nd or 3rd season.
How did she survive?
I don't know.
Hope.
Is nowhere in Star Wars than that?
Yeah, no one dies in Star Wars.
Yeah, especially Darth Maul.
Darth Maul is like a cat.
She just grew some spider legs.
Spider legs, spider legs.
I'm actually holding the spider leg Maul right in front of me.
Nice. Trevor says he finally got an updated Chewie last year. He for his Pisana speeder. Did you get the one from the microfiner? That would have been a cheap way to get in.
Most recent version are from 2009.
Rickopotamus, Rich Boy J says Numa is in Rebels and feels smart. I do. I feel very smart. I feel very intelligent.
So I can confirm Rookie is the most frequent species in Lego Star Wars.
It was 13, right?
Yeah, 13.
It's a lot of whoops. Numa used an officer's badge to get off the planet, duh. Or that badge, free pass to get anywhere. You know what was so dumb about that? So, like, Zori shows Poe the thing, and she's like, yeah, this gets me free passage anywhere. It's the only way for me to get off this planet. It's like, oh, okay, cool. And she, like, lets him have it, and it's like, oh, I guess that's sweet. And then, like, later on in the movie, I guess she apparently didn't need it to get off the planet. So that was
she gets off.
That was
easily.
That was convenient. Got Solid Brick Studios in the chat. Says Jaylee finally got the Star Destroyer. I've actually had this for a while. I just hadn't built it. I got this last year during Double Points. Actually, was that October? Yeah, I've had this sitting in my room forever. I just never built it. But yeah, I joined the club. I'm still trying to, like, well, if any LEGO conventions happen, I would love to get a bunch of people together to bring a bunch of these to some convention.
Do an episode Mock.
Exactly. As much as I don't like that movie, that would be really cool to see a bunch of UCS Star Destroyers crazy in one place. I mean,
we
all
also
together
need
in one place.
we also need to bring the Han Solo army too.
That, yes, yeah, absolutely. That didn't go as well as I thought it would. I thought that would be a lot more popular of a thing, but this would probably work out more. Trevor says, I love how people complimented the Mandalorian show for being refreshing with all the new characters, and now we have a set. This is the Dave Filoni way. He reels you in, and he's like, "Oh yeah, have I told you about Ahsoka? It's this character I made back in the day. Here's some new stories about her." You know what? I don't think I'll finish. I think I just want to keep this. Like, this is a cool looking Technic frame. I just won't build the Star Destroyer.
Yeah, because that looks way better than the...
It does. Look at this. This thing's awesome. This thing is
so pointy.
It's very pointy. Look, I can beat some off with this. Look at this.
But that's all it is. It's just a big triangle.
It's a big triangle. This is so cool. I can do so many things with this. Like, I can, like, sit it upside down.
Why would you do that?
I can sit it like this. Oh no, I can't sit it like that. But yeah, I can hold it like a weapon. I'm Dirty Dan. But this is bags 1 and 2. Jay, who's your favorite Star Wars actor?
Mark Hamill.
March Hamill.
March
Hamill.
Dude, have you seen him on Instagram? Oh my god, he's so funny.
Mark Hamill's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
John Boyega's up there, but in terms of performances, probably Harrison Ford or Adam Driver.
Yeah.
No, okay. Jedi Bob had some comments to say about Return of the Jedi, okay? Because Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher did not try in that movie at all.
I mean, it's It's fine. Don't pick on Return of the Jedi. It's fine.
Yeah.
I watched Return of the Jedi and felt so disappointed. I was just like, what was that?
It's a good movie.
It's
No,
just
why?
a lackluster movie. Like okay, all the
And the
Death Star.
prequels aren't.
No, okay, the prequels are. Episode 1 and Episode 2 are. But Revenge, I would rather watch Revenge than I would Return.
Absolutely not. No, Jedi Bob, you gotta go.
Yeah,
No.
No.
and maybe it's because I hadn't seen, but Return just felt so disappointing after watching Empire and A New Hope, because you just watch it and you're like, the Ewoks are really weird and stupid.
Okay. Literally any movie would be disappointing after watching those two.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
not true.
That's a.
Not Revenge of the Sith.
Oh yes. Oh my. Going to Revenge of the Sith from Empire and A New Hope. Are you kidding me?
I'm just saying, I felt disappointed. I was like, Mark Hamill did a great job. Vader and all of that was really good, but it just felt really jumpy too. Like at one point, oh, they're done on Tatooine, bam, at Dagobah, and I'm like, what? Where? Wait, there was no like really good transition there.
Yes, there was. There's like a whole moment.
What?
Yes, there. Okay, so Tatooine's a
There's
pretty.
the same amount
It's a
of-
pretty lengthy sequence, right? And then they all split up, and then Luke goes back to Dagobah to ask Yoda questions, like about what's going on. I don't know, like, jumpy is not how I would describe that movie.
No, it's definitely not.
It's not jumpy, but it doesn't. It's abrupt. It's very abrupt. That's better. It's not as smooth as
I
Empire
don't think
was.
so, man.
How is it abrupt? Explain.
When I don't. So when we're watching it, this is December. No, November. As soon as they get off Tatooine, it jumps, like, not even like him flying into Dagobah or anything. It just jumps to him landing on Dagobah, and I'm like, what? Like, wait a minute. Like, they didn't explain it. They didn't smoothly show of him.
Name
like, going
one other thing that is abrupt about the movie.
Yeah,
Oh.
how is that even abrupt? You have to.
I don't even think. Yeah, that's not even abrupt. Yeah.
It
You
felt
know what
abrupt to me.
happened.
I was like, why is he? That was so sudden. It wasn't like, oh yes, let me go to Dagobah. It was a lot more just like, phew, then he's there, and I'm like, oh,
I don't know, man.
You need to see him go to Dagobah again?
yeah, I wanted to see him go to Dagobah. Is that such a big issue?
Like,
That
where
wasn't
that-
like the point was he had already been there, so it wasn't. You didn't need to like
I know,
establish
but I don't
it.
know. It felt very just like, whoa, like he's already there. There wasn't like a bunch of like,
The
why-
thing, like when Luke first gets to Dagobah, it's important to show it to like kind of build the mysticism of the area. Like it's all foggy and swampy, and he crash lands. So that's part of the point of what you're watching. The second time he goes, it's not about that. It's more about his discourse with Yoda. So it wasn't necessary for him to go through that again. I don't know.
If anything, you can't, because he's learned from that mistake, really.
it didn't feel right. Like it just didn't. I was like, this doesn't make sense to me. Like, why is? I understand why he didn't. It didn't give me like. I was like, okay. Also, the Tatooine stuff dragged out entirely too long. Like, I love Jabba's palace and I love Jabba the character, but I think. I don't know. I think they could have shortened it. It takes up a really large portion of the movie, to be honest.
That's such a small complaint, though.
Well,
Like,
but I was
I
like,
hated the movie. Dagobah wasn't enough.
I never said I hated it.
But Jabba's palace was too much.
I just said it was disappointing. And then also the whole entire thing on Endor that upset me. I was like, this is dumb.
Why?
Like, did you watch? Okay, one of my least favorite parts about the movie is when Leia tells Han she's Luke's brother, and he makes these stupid expressions, and he's like,
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
it's funny. It was funny, but like, it was just, I was like, what is Han Solo doing? Han Solo acts so odd in this movie. He's not like, he's not scummy, but he's very. I don't know the good word to describe it.
Smooth is what he is. And
Is
you're
it
gonna stop
smooth?
disrespecting him.
Is it smooth? I don't know.
okay, I'm watching it right now. So they blow up the sail barge. They collect the droids. They fly off on the sail barge. There's a wipe. There's the Millennium Falcon and X-Wing flying together. and then they both like part, so they go in separate directions. And then Luke says like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to go do something." So, and then it shows the X-wing flying off again. There's a shot of the Emperor on the Death Star, and then the next shot is Luke on Dagobah. Like, how is that?
Yes, okay, I understand that. Like, it's not as bad as maybe I thought. But I still think it's.
I would not describe that as jumpy.
I wouldn't.
It's not. I don't think it's jumpy because, especially the part where Jay, you pointed out, Luke says something. He says to R2 like, going to visit an old friend.
Yeah.
Like, so he's leading into it. You know what I mean?
I feel like there shouldn't have been the Empire scene in between. I think they should have led directly him going to Dagobah, then done the Empire.
That is literally so nitpicky, dude. Like.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was. It stood out to me.
Oh my
No,
god.
the real stuff.
So you're this nitpicky about Return of the Jedi, but you like Episode 3? Like, come on, dude.
Well, I also went into Episode 3 for expectations. I heard so much crap about Episode 3. Actually, no, I went into that movie with high expectations, and yes, I did, because everyone loved that movie. Well, a lot of people like this movie, not everyone, but I went into it and I was like, this is either gonna really suck or really be good, and it was a lot better than what I was at least expecting. I was like, this lives up to what people say about it.
And on that,
no, the dialogue sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the dialogue is crap, but the actual story is like really decent, or not. It's really good.
Disregard.
but it's yeah, you can't just say, oh, so the dialogue's awful, but the story's fine.
Not all, but a lot of the dialogue is really improved since like Attack of the Clones and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's not that bad.
Okay.
Revenge of the Sith has lines as bad as Attack of the Clones. Like, I don't.
Some Attack of the Clones had them very consistent. Revenge of the Sith, I only saw them like every once in a while, where I was like, what?
Every 5 minutes or so.
Every 5 minutes, like every 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think in terms of cringe lines, episode there's two like very distinct sections of that movie where the dialogue is just like indefensibly stupid, and it's the scene with Anakin and Padme. Like that whole exchange is just terrible, and then the scene at the end with Anakin, Padme, and Obi-Wan also just terrible.
What do you mean with Anakin? You mean on Mustafar?
Yes.
No, everyone hates that scene. I love it. I thought it was so good.
You turned her against me.
I understand.
Only Sith deal in absolutes.
It's stupid.
If you're not with me, you're my enemy. Like, it's so bad. Like, you know what they sound like? They sound like the toys with the pull strings on the back. They just spout random dialogue that doesn't belong. That's what they sound like.
I thought it was good. I think some lines could have been cut, especially when he kills Padme or whatever, or Padme's like,
let her go, Anakin. Let her go.
Fine.
Like, bro, he's choking her and she's pregnant. You want to do something about it? No, just.
I thought that was fine. I didn't have any problem with that. I was like, oh, that makes sense. I think the two lines that stood out to me was him saying, "We will try, and if you are not with me, you are my enemy, and don't make me kill you." I'm like, all right, cut all three of those.
Don't make me kill you.
I was like, those are
only Siths deal in absolutes. Also stupid.
I think that's fine.
It literally makes no sense. What do you mean you think it's fine?
I know. I just said it sounded fine. Like, I don't know if it made sense.
It literally does not make sense. It is that sentence is an oxymoron.
Yeah, I don't do grammar.
Oh my god.
I'm not saying it made sense, but I'm also saying I think it sounded fine. Like,
you don't care.
Yeah, I don't. I've never cared too much about dialogue. Doesn't freak me out. I care a lot more about an actual story than I would like individual lines. Even though episode 2 still.
But like, please explain this to me. What is the compelling story in Revenge of the Sith? Anakin doesn't want his pregnant girlfriend to die, so he joins the dark side on promises that she'll save him. At that point, he never mentions saving her ever again. He chokes her out. After she's dead, he's like, oh yeah, what happened to her?
But he chokes her out because he's going insane from the dark side.
No, he's not.
He's going insane. He's becoming all abusive.
The whole reason he joined the dark side was for that specific purpose. He's not going insane. He's doing everything for a reason. But that just
Yeah.
is inconsistent with his character. They just wrote the character wrong. The implication is not that Anakin was like losing his mind or going insane. It was that he'd been promised all these things that he wanted, and he thought that like being able to attain those things were better, or were a better alternative to him like continuing with the Jedi. Like he essentially convinced himself like, this is worth it for me. Like I'm willing to betray the Jedi to attain these things.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I mean, I think.
Yeah, but he does things to contradict it.
I would-
If his whole point of joining the dark side was saving Padme, why would he ever choke her? Even if he like thought she might have been siding with Obi-Wan, which was weird anyways, like why would he choke her?
Because I think he was pissed off. Because I mean, obviously he's pissed off.
But he's
And
gonna
obviously,
choke his
I thought he was
pregnant
going
wife?
crazy at that point. That's what I got. I was like, oh, he's just going insane now. Like he's getting blocked from what he wanted to do because he joined the dark side. And now he's killing everyone and all this. I mean, he slaughters
But
children.
the point,
Like,
the
don't care
point
what-
of him joining the dark side was to save her.
I know, but I'm saying I think like that's what I got when I watched it. I was like, he's going insane because of the dark side. I don't care what his core, like what he originally did it for. Now that he's doing all these horrible things, he's just going insane.
I think you are. I think you are a lot more lenient with that movie than you are with Return of the Jedi.
Whether it was correct or not, that's what I thought when I was watching the movie. That's what I was like.
When
oh,
he
that
joins the
makes
dark side, he's like, fine, like, I'll do what you tell me to do, just help me save Padme. Like, being a part of the dark side doesn't, like, corrupt your judgment. Like
sense. Maybe he thought choking her was gonna save her.
it literally makes no sense. Like, even when he becomes Vader, like, his motivations are pretty clear. It's not like, I mean, at that point, he's fully cemented into the dark side. He's not, like, his motivations aren't inconsistent. Like, he's a pretty methodical character. Like, that literally makes no... Like, what dark side character have we seen that seems, like, unhinged? Like they can't control what they're doing, or that their motivations are inconsistent?
Jar Jar.
I don't know. Revenge of the... I don't know what it is about Revenge of the Sith where people are willing to give it so much credit that it clearly doesn't deserve.
I don't know. Maybe, and I understand objectively as a movie, it's not, and I think that's fine. But like whenever I watch it, like I'm like, man, I enjoy this. I really, really like this. I think it's great. Even though
what you're saying is different, because I've told Jay this before. My favorite Star Wars film is Revenge of the Sith because I grew up with it. I have nostalgia, but in my opinion, it's actually not even my opinion. It's one of the worst made movies. It's still my favorite, but I accept that it's a horrible movie.
I wish that people would. I wish people were willing to like admit that. Like, technically, it's just not a good film. Like, the acting is awful. The plot is all over the place. Half of the movie just doesn't even matter. Like, the Kashyyyk battle just doesn't matter. It's not even obvious why they're there. The whole, like, point, the whole conflict of the galaxy, which is supposed to be the Separatists, is totally unexplained. Like, at no point in the films do they ever explain why the Separatists are doing what they're doing, why people are joining them, why they're actually bad people. They're just fighting for the sake of fighting. And that's my biggest problem. From the very beginning of the original trilogy, it's very clear why the Empire is bad. Like, from like one of the first scenes you see in the original trilogy, they're having a meeting and they're talking about how like how they're gonna use the Death Star to basically control everything. Like, oh, okay, right off the bat, these are bad people. They blow up a whole freaking planet just to make a point to someone. What do we actually see the Separatists do that's so bad that makes us feel like...
They killed the Jedi in the very first, like, 5 minutes of Phantom Menace.
Okay.
But how do we know the Jedi are good?
But that doesn't explain the conflict, though. The conflict isn't just between the Separatists and the Jedi.
Like
the conflict is like why are the Separatists doing what they're doing? Like, what is their actual plan? Why are they stopping trade? What is the point?
They put it in like the opening credits, but they're like, oh yeah, because they are pissed off because like they don't want to pay taxes or something. I forgot why.
Which has to be the weakest plot point ever.
Wow.
But that's just the Trade Federation. I'm talking about beyond that. I'm talking about I'm talking about when when episode 2 starts and they're like really concerned because all these planets are joining the Separatists. Like, why? Why are they joining them? What is the point? Like, what is the conflict here? Like, what is actually happening? Why are these people fighting?
Oh no, I mean that's no. I don't think that's a Revenge of the Sith problem. I think that's a prequels as a whole.
Okay, if it's a prequels as a whole problem, it's a Revenge of the Sith problem.
I'm not saying that, but that doesn't ruin the movie for me. Like again, I guess as a film, no, the movie is not good. None of the prequels are, and most of the sequels aren't either. The only good Star Wars films, like as a film, would be the original. I guess the original 3 and The Force Awakens.
And Rogue One and The Last Jedi.
No, Last Jedi is not. Last Jedi is not a Star Wars movie. It doesn't make any sense. The movie.
Yes,
The movie.
How does it not?
How does it not make sense?
Because it's so.
Hold on, wait. So you literally can't even explain to me why the bad guys are doing what they're doing in the prequels, because it's a prequels is a whole problem, but The Last Jedi doesn't make sense.
No, because it's not the. I don't have a problem with the Luke and Kylo stuff anymore. I used to. I rewatched it. I'm like, the Luke and Kylo stuff's fine. The Rey stuff, but it's the B plot with the Resistance trying to outrun the First
It
Order.
makes perfect sense.
How does it not? It's pretty simple.
It's dumb, though.
I mean, how? Like, well, you can say that, but how?
What's the plot like? The stupid they're chasing them, and what Rose and Finn have to, don't they? Oh yeah, Rose and Finn. No, okay, this is the dumb part. No, it just came back to me. When Holdo does not tell freaking Poe about the stupid plan to just go to Crate, the whole movie he's like trying to not tell him for some reason because he's a fly guy or whatever she calls him. I forgot what she calls him. And then I always thought that was so dumb because I'm like, why wouldn't you just tell Poe the plan to go to Crate, and then the whole entire mutiny situation, when they're about to commit mutiny, I feel like she should have been like, maybe I should just tell the guy what's happening. He's one of the higher ranks in the Resistance. He's not. He helped blow up Starkiller. Like, maybe I should help tell this guy what happened.
But that's the whole point of his character, is that he shouldn't be thinking like a hero. He should be thinking like a commander and trust that the other commander is actually doing the right thing.
He's also not a commander at that point. He gets demoted. That was also a part of that.
It's dumb why she just doesn't tell him. He tells everybody. Like, the Resistance is about to die, and she's like, I'll keep it to myself. I think that's a good idea.
She doesn't keep it to herself, though. She had a plan, and the point was for Poe to just follow orders. Like, that literally is just the point.
I know, but I think that's just dumb. Like, if someone's about to it said earlier where Rose...
No. The only reason you think it's dumb is because of Poe's bad decision. If Poe doesn't stage a mutiny, nothing about that situation is wrong. The wrong part is what Poe does. And that's the point.
And you mean where Poe sends Finn and Rose to go do the shenanigans that they go on?
Yeah.
I guess. I just when watching it, I was like, this could have been so clearly avoided if she'd just been like, hey, we're gonna go to Crate, guys.
You're still missing the point, though. It's not that, Poe did... It's not... the point you're missing is you're assuming what Poe did was right. What Poe did was clearly wrong. Like, he should have staged immunity. He basically got in the way of their plans.
Yeah. And then ultimately made it fail because he told Rose and Finn, and then DJ overheard that and sold them out.
Exactly. What she did wasn't wrong. What Poe did was wrong.
I guess. I don't know. I guess. I mean, it is wrong to throw mutiny, but I just thought it was dumb when watching it. I was like, this is... Why? I don't know. I was like, that whole entire B plot, I was like,
I mean, with that being said, I am super hungry.
Yeah.
I am gonna go eat, and I'll probably start work on this at some point. This was fun though. It's a good chance for us all to sit down and hang out. Brickopotamus is like freaking out in the chat. Poe did not save them. Poe is like the whole reason things go wrong there. He ends up helping in the end, but what Poe did is basically the reason that the First Order even found out they were going to Crate. That's besides the point.
how does Poe cause that? Oh, well, I guess Rose...
If Poe doesn't send them off to, like, find someone to basically undercut Holdo's plan, DJ doesn't sell them out to the First Order. First Order doesn't start shooting at them on the way to Crate. I just find like people are so adamant about stuff like this, but don't have an issue with the fact that like the Jedi pretty much just knew that like the clones came from somewhere weird. Django, who the clones were made from, was working directly with the Separatists. The dark side was surrounding everything. Count Dooku just straight up tells Obi-Wan that, yeah, like, the dark side is behind everything. Join me. And they literally just do nothing about it. Like...
Isn't it the point that the Jedi were stupid? Like, isn't that supposed to be like, oh yeah, the Jedi were dumb. They were stupid. Luke even says in The Last Jedi, he's like the...
But that's a retroactive thing, though. I think at the time of the prequels, George Lucas isn't trying to tell a story of like, oh, the Jedi are so blinded by whatever. And if he is, then like why make them out to be that way? Like, the Jedi are supposed to be these like noble knights, and who were essentially scapegoated into letting the Empire rise. But if your story then is, oh yeah, like they were just dumb, like. Why are they? Why will we sympathize with them? They kind of deserve whatever happened to them. If everyone around them knew what was going on and told them what was going on, and they just did nothing about it.
I always kind of got the vibe that they were like supposed to be like flawed and stupid, and like they were not cocky or arrogant, but arrogant.
I think that's certainly become the case after the fact, but like in the prequels. The Jedi are supposed to be you're supposed to sympathize with them. They aren't written in such a way to where you'd be like, oh yeah, like these guys are freaking stupid. It's like George Lucas just wasn't aware of it. Like he wants the Jedi to be these people, like we're supposed to side with them, but he just writes them in such a way that makes them so unlikable. I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't find them unlikable. I just found them kind of like arrogant. In the movies, specifically.
I don't know. The Jedi didn't have to be stupid. Like you still could have. They could have, for whatever reason or not, like let the Empire kind of rise up beneath them. But it didn't have to be so clear as we just didn't listen to what people told us. Like.
I mean,
it's kind of ridiculous.
Well, no, didn't Dooku tell Obi-Wan that they're like...
That's what I'm saying. Dooku literally tells him exactly what's going on. And Obi-Wan just doesn't, do anything about it or tell anyone about it.
Maybe he was like, Dooku's BSing it.
Okay, like, I might feel inclined to believe that if it wasn't the case that all the Jedi are like, we can't tell what's going on. The dark side clouds everything. Like, you can put 2 and 2 together and figure out, okay, something weird is going on here. They just didn't.
Wait, I just remembered, though, like, in episode 2, there is that scene, and, or Count Dooku Obi-Wan does say, like, I don't believe you. He says that line to Dooku.
That's what I'm saying, like, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
Like, he's literally just dumb. Even if he doesn't believe him, like, why not, like, look into it more than not at all? Or literally do it, like...
And then they do the Clone Wars and they still don't do anything about it. But no, the Clone Wars makes everything make sense.
I mean, it doesn't make everything make sense, but it definitely makes everything better.
I don't think so, I disagree.
Do you not like the Clone Wars?
I like the Clone Wars, really fix everything on the sequel. Anything that makes it work, really. Like, the whole, like, thing, that's so stupid. It's like, what?
Trading Brick says, this is the last question I'll answer. It says, what about this one about The Last Jedi? Rose and Finn took a ship with a hyperdrive. Why didn't they just use that to save people from the ship? They could have maybe taken more, multiple trips. So I thought, so there are 2 things about that. The point of them taking that ship was they weren't going to pay attention to it because it was one small ship. If they noticed it going back and forth, they probably would have paid attention to it. And 2, like, how long would that have taken to get the hundreds of people off of that ship to wherever they would have been going anyways? Like, I it might have worked, but it wouldn't have worked as well as you maybe think it would. I don't know. There's maybe dozens of other things they could have done. I don't think of Star Wars that way. Like, oh, what is a smarter thing they could have done to avoid the situation? Like, movies are just never gonna function that way. It's the same reason why, like we know that like Darth Vader can choke people with his mind. We know that Jedi's can like move things with their minds. Why would they ever fight with lightsabers? Why not just choke the guy out and be
That's
done
just
with
a
him?
movie thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I said, like that's why I don't look at Star Wars that way.
But you can't. You can also. You can. You can't ever use that argument in one spot. And then, I mean, not. I'm saying that you do, but some people try to use that argument at one area of a film, and then they'll be like, not use it in another.
Yeah. Like I like my arguments against the prequels are never like strategically this was a bad idea. It's more of why are these characters just like inconsistent and dumb? Like what? Like what is happening here? But yeah, I'm actually gonna end the stream now because I'm so freaking hungry. That was a good talk though. I love it. I love getting Jedi Bob riled up.
I'm not riled up. I'm a little riled up.
Why didn't Holdo just make a droid pilot the ship into the supremacy? I don't know.
I have thought about that.
She might have been able to. Why do they have any pilots at all? Why don't they just get droids to go blow up the Death Star? Like that's what like that like stuff like that is just like because that's not nearly as interesting as if she did it. Why didn't they just go get droids to save the Emperor?
I agree. Why did they kill Akbar?
Why not?
Because Akbar was cool, okay?
I mean, was he?
What did he do?
What does he do?
Yeah, what did he do?
I mean, well, he said it's a trap, and that's pretty big in the realm of Star Wars.
It's not even.
That's the single most iconic moment in the Rebel Alliance, of course. No, I'm joking.
Oh God.
I hope you're joking.
No, I'm joking. I do wish they maybe would have killed Akbar a little bit more significantly, but I don't know.
I'm glad they killed him like that. It's just he was a side character.
I thought they killed Leia like that.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I'm like, oh crap, they just killed Leia. I was excited, but then they brought her back, and I'm like, that's dumb.
Whoa!
No, I don't think they should have killed her like that. I think what people don't understand is I think that scene was in the film from the beginning, like before she died, and then she happens to die, so it kind of seems like a good way to kind of write her out. But she's still like very important to the rest of the movie. So if she had actually died there, like there are a lot of points at the end of the movie, or for the rest of the movie, especially like when Luke shows up at the end, that just like wouldn't make sense without her. Like I think it's a lot more difficult to write her out of that movie than people realize.
I can't understand people that hate that get so mad that Luke's not what he was like at the original trilogy. Because I'm like, dude, the whole entire point of The Last Jedi is Luke is wrong. He shouldn't have been exiled. He was wrong for doing so. Like that's what I interpret. I was like, oh, he's obviously you're not supposed to like him. But
I do also find it funny when prequel fans get upset about Jedi characters exiling themselves. Because we totally never saw that before.
But
Luke at least had a reason to exile himself.
I think Luke should have had a little bit of a bigger reason, though. That's the one thing I could have said. Is I feel like Luke should have had a reason.
What's a bigger reason than literally like letting the Empire, or letting like another Darth Vader grow up underneath you and then form another Empire?
And it was his nephew too. Like,
No,
yeah.
well, no.
Yeah.
I think there should have been something about that. I think he should have killed. I know he did kill some of Luke's students, but I've always said I was like, and maybe this would have been too shoehorned, but I've been like, I always think it'd been good if Kylo Ren killed someone that Luke really significantly loved, and I'm sure he loved his students, but like that we knew about.
Who could that
No.
be, though?
He did kill Han.
Originally I was like, oh, Luke could have had a wife, but I was like, nah, that's kind of weird.
If you would have killed Luke's, oh my God.
Jeez.
Oh,
I don't know. I thought they didn't necessarily need to go any further than that. Like Luke.
Luke was mad at himself.
Yeah,
I
like
feel
like
you-
you
I
said,
feel
like imagine being in his place where your sister sends her child with you to, you know, be molded into a Jedi, which is a lot of responsibility, and basically like under your watch, you give him the tools he needs to become another like Darth Vader, like another one of the worst people in the galaxy. Like, I don't think you need to do much more than that. Kylo didn't have to kill more people.
I don't know. With Luke's character, part of me did think maybe they could have had him pushed a little bit further to show like, oh man, I need to kill this guy before it gets out of hand. Because if what they say is true, where it's like I sensed a little bit of darkness in him. I'm like, oh well.
He definitely didn't say I sensed a little bit of darkness in him.
Yeah,
that's what he said. What does he say? He's like,
he says he felt that power once before in Kylo Ren, right?
He made it go much further. Then it wouldn't have been Luke's fault.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think, anyways, I think we could have been pushed a little farther. But the point is, what I was trying to say is, I don't like how people care so much that Luke isn't the exact same person he was in Return of the Jedi. Because I'm like, he exiled himself because he thought he failed, and I thought that was in his character. I don't know if this would be a character arc, but I'm pretty sure his character arc Jediized him, realizing, oh, hey, maybe this wasn't the right thing to do, and maybe I should help out. And then he does that. I like that.
Yeah, good point. So it's been a pleasure having you all on. I'm honestly shocked. Like, every guest we have has pretty much been on the stream since the very beginning. So shout out to all of you guys for hanging in there with me. Shout out to everyone in the chat for coming through. Everyone who made a donation, really, really appreciate that. I'll probably do another stream on Saturday. It might actually be, I don't know, it depends. I would like it for it to be a Starkiller stream, but I do actually need to make more progress on this. So maybe I'll just work on this some more. So we'll see. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. We're going to go ahead and end the stream right now. Catch your boy on the flip side.